Would you mess up?
Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I messed up not hitting the record button. Hello and welcome everyone to the Astropub. My name is Paul Berserker01 Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender here at the Astropub. Your space bar at the end of Twitch. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We've got a good one for you. Tonight, we've got the Captain's Table, episode 66. Episode 66. Oh man, I thought about doing.
Can I hereby officially request a position in 3 episodes?
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, for 69.
Yeah,
69.
He wants a position. 69.
he wants a position in 69.
Execute order 69. Zombie, the chocolate sauce.
Anywho, for those of you guys who don't know what the Captain's Table is, it's where I bring people from all over the community, streamers, YouTubers, cosplayers, you name it, to come talk about Star Citizen. Now, I want to put this in context that we are not an educational podcast. If this is the first time you've heard anything about Star Citizen, go find somewhere else to like ask those questions. We're willing to answer those questions. The problem is that straight up, we're more like drunken baboons inside a zoo, like throwing our feces at the people who are watching us. You know, like we're the reason why they have to put glass behind before the bars in zoos, because we're just, you know, like even CIG's like, oh my god, could you guys not? We're just like, ooh, ah, fuck you, ooh, ah, fuck you, you know. So don't don't expect that this is going to be some kind of informational podcast. We just sit here to talk about Star Citizen sometimes, and most of the time just fuck off.
I thought you said free beer night. That's what I heard.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
So you guys...
Sign says tomorrow. Yeah, see ya.
That's probably the most eloquent and succinct description I've heard of this whole thing.
Of this whole thing? Yeah, we're drunken baboons with flinging poop at people. Yeah, that's kind of how this works. So before we get into the details and start talking, we will ask questions. You can feel free to ask any questions. We'll go over the details of the questions in a second. But let's introduce all the people who are here. Starting at the head of the table, a new face here at the table, but not a new face in the community. He is the Doctor of Grenades, the Doctor of your heart.
Doesn't feel new.
Well, you're a doctor. Maybe you could say that.
You're a doctor. Please describe. You know, Dr. Drones. Who are you? Who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Dr. Drones. I play Star Citizen, mostly Star Marine, and I'm kind of been told I've been known for throwing a grenade or two. I don't know what that's about, but they accused me of it once.
Just a few grenades. Just
a few grenades. By the way, sorry about that indicator.
Yeah, he was very sorry about it, and he'll never do it again.
Bullshit.
I'm glad you said that. Where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Dr. Drones.
Awesome.
Duh. Come on, show up, guys.
Next, we have another new face to the table. He's kind of new to Star Citizen. We've actually rated him from the Captain's Table at least once, I think. His name is Captain Dux. Captain Dux, tell us who you are, what do you do in Star Citizen, all sorts of things.
I am part of IGR. We're a transportation and luxury transportation org.
Oh, I thought you said you're part of IGN.
Yeah, I just waved some cash in front of him, and Dux was just like, what? Oh, God, I'm on a podcast now. Okay, let's talk about Star Citizen, I guess.
7 out of 10.
Wait, he got money? What?
Shut up, Tacon. Get back in your cage.
I started streaming Star Citizen after Mighty Rat, who was also a member of IGR, and we were going to maybe work on doing something as a team, but he kind of disappeared from the scene on IGR, so I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. I haven't been streaming 3.0. Oh, well, because it's not out yet.
I was gonna say, I hope you haven't been. You were telling us before the stream that you bought your computer.
I bought my computer.
June in anticipation of 3.0.
Yeah, and then my old one died. I had no choice but to get a new computer. Otherwise, I would have got the TI. But yeah, shit happens.
Awesome. Where can they find you?
Twitch/TV/ whatever my name is.
Captain Ducks. All right. Next, we have the
Professional.
living
Professional.
meme himself, the Meminator, the man who will bring the shitlord posting and crappy cancerous culture of Twitch. Who's on a campaign to bring the cancerous culture of Twitch to Star Citizen. Tacon_TV. Who are you? What do you do, Tacon?
I'm being attacked by a cat.
That's a cat. That's a cattail.
Cat.
I thought you were just doing like fancy. Like I thought you would like reached up and were like, without me noticing at all. Like I was like, what the fuck? You have really long fingers, man.
It's just my super long fingers.
And that is
Don't
why
worry
he's so
about it.
loved by the lady.
That's why the ladies
Don't
love
worry
him.
about it. Yeah, my marketing campaign needs a bit of work, though. It's been a bit of a dry spell. Anyway, I took out an ad in the newspaper, and all I got was a bunch of dudes. I don't know, man. So, who am I? I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy who streams video games on the internet, just for fun. And so, sometimes I go travel to events and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like you. There's this place. What's it called? VisionCon. VexCon. What was it? It was
Converse.
2 weeks ago. Converse.
Everybody had to
Yeah,
come in.
Converse. We had to
Yeah.
wear shoes. Everybody had to wear shoes. We kicked them out if they wore
All-Stars.
sandals.
VerseCon was really fun though.
It was.
I'm looking forward to the future in which we have a VerseCon with more things and stuff to do, and 3.0 is out and not.
Don't look at my cat. Ignore the cat. It doesn't exist.
The cat's now your star now. You might as well just
Nope,
drop the cat out
doesn't
in front
exist.
of it, you know?
Yeah.
I play bumper cars. I
I-
sometimes play bumper cars. Yes, I do. But mostly I focus on space and sci-fi variety streaming. I'm really
what's
bad
the
at keeping a
cat's
schedule.
favorite
So if you want variety, this is the place because I can never stick to freaking anything. So there you go.
What's
Next.
the cat's favorite game?
Yeah, that's a
The
good
cat's
question.
favorite game is be on camera or on my keyboard.
Does the cat not watch you for a specific game? At all?
No, the cat watches for when she can get in my way and be the most inconvenient, and then she does it.
My
Right now, I don't need to look at my other monitors, so she's not standing in front of them. But the second I try to pull something up over there, she'll be like, "Bitch, what?"
Yeah. My
Pay attention to
my
me.
Torby just doesn't give a fuck. So what she'll do is she'll sit right over there, just on screen, and just watch me play Warframe. That's what she loves me to do, is like watch me play Warframe. She'll sit there and be like, "Kill those things." Yes.
Kill them for me, for my pleasure and amusement.
Yes. Did you kill that one? It looked like a dog. Good. I am pleased. Kill the dog again.
You should build it a pedestal and bring it closer. Maybe one of those arms,
Yeah.
for keyboards that comes out and just
There you go.
have it heated.
Yeah, and just
Eat it.
so she
There
just
you
lays
go.
there,
Yeah,
lays
yeah,
there
just-
with
yeah,
like flipping back and forth,
cracks
like
it.
this pleases me.
This pleases me.
Oh, next we have the human calculator, the man who has more stats about Star Citizen than probably CIG does. His name is Nakara. His game is Relay and Star Citizen and Relay.
Hi.
What do you do?
I'm part of Relays, so we do transcripts and articles and podcasts all about Star Citizen. You can find us over at relay.sc. Find me on Twitter at Nakara, or on Discord. In many Discord channels. Just say hi.
Awesome. And I was actually on the relay station today with Nakara. You did a good job. Nothing was on
thank
fire, and you were
Yeah.
on time.
It's my first time I've ever produced a show, so
Hey,
Next,
Nakara, tell us about what's on your wall back there.
oh yes, I should.
Yeah.
We were talking
What
about his
was
wall
on the
earlier,
wall?
and he said he's about to move out, so he's not putting any art up. But we had a suggestion for him.
great. Now he's gonna like bitch and moan for 15 minutes about
What's that? Free publicity for your channel, Astropub? You're
Oh,
welcome.
thanks, man. Thanks for the meme.
Ducks.
Thanks for the meme, bro. Thanks for the meme.
Hey, Ducks, were you at CitizenCon?
Nah.
Oh, you just bought it one. Oh, okay, because
Yeah, no, Mr. Golden Ticket, fuck you, Darj. That's a great way of introducing it. The man who waited through shit to get his golden ticket. No, he just showed up and he blew a tranny while trying to
That's
get.
Wait, what?
That's step one.
Wait, like the transmission on the car or
Yes,
the other thing?
yes,
Yeah,
yes. But I like saying blow a tranny because I'm waiting for someone to get triggered in like watching
Wait
this
a second.
or watching the YouTube and get triggered. Like, what did he say? It's like a blew a transmission. Man.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anywho,
Did they lose your luggage this time, Darj?
yeah.
No, because I
Good.
drove. If I
See?
lost my
Fail-proof.
luggage this time around, there'd be something terribly wrong.
It would still be their fault, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, no,
Yes.
because they went bankrupt in early October.
Still their fault.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really, unless they got one of these, they don't really know that there's like a little piece of paper in there.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that there are a bunch of people who buying Octanes who are not Star Citizen fans, and they're probably just like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is this thing?"
They pull it out and they're like, the
It's a
fuck?
good way to get into the
Yeah.
game. I mean, you're getting the game, you're getting a game package.
Is
so-
it a game package? I thought it was just a chip.
No.
It's a full
It's a game
package.
package.
Let me look
Is it a
this
game
up.
package?
It's a game package with.
But
Oh,
it's-
so if
It's a Star Citizen game package, though, not a Squadron 42 game package, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
Okay,
just
good.
a game package.
Some.
well, but if you already have a game package, it's just a ship.
You get an extra NPC with every game package,
Yep. Or an extra
player
character.
slot, NPC or whatever. Yeah.
I
Oh,
actually
right.
didn't check that. I'll have to look it
Yeah.
up.
Let me give a proper introduction. The man with the golden ticket, who has a tendency to blow trannies on his way to Frankfurt, who lost his luggage on the way to LA. He's the better half of Jesus Christ. He's dead. He's just dead.
It's too late. It's too late. You've done it.
The better half of the better, less famous half of
Did somebody
Fortnite
drop
Frontier.
pans?
Yes.
That was so
think we're
funny.
ever
They,
getting this
wrecked the
introduction
kitchen. They wrecked the kitchen. In their hilarity. Just, the pots and pans.
Mr. Darj. Who are you, Darj? What do you do?
I am Darj, also properly known as Darionator, also known as Icebone, also known as Billy Yum Yum 2x2.
Wait a second. Wait
I'm
a
going to
second.
call you Billy Yum Yum 2x2 from now on.
Wow.
Oh, I also forgot to mention he's coming at you live from Romania.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's not.
It's a bit further west.
Just a little bit.
a bit.
Just a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. Couple of hours, if not.
It's technically the same time zone. But couple of hours by car, definitely, yeah.
So, what do you do in Star Citizen, though?
I don't stream, so I don't even know what the hell I'm doing on this show, but I do a podcast with a fellow called Meyer. It's called The Fortnightly Frontier. We try to go out every fortnight, as the name suggests. However, the recent drought in any sort of content has made that slip, because, you know, unlike other shows, we kind of don't like regurgitating old information over and over and over again. So,
You just need to start incorporating alcohol and other nothingness.
that's true.
That's
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
get.
but
I found it works really well with the Captain's Table, just to spend 16 minutes introducing people and talking about random shit and saying blowing trannies because Dr. Jones loses his goddamn mind when you say that.
But the thing is, with the amount of alcohol I drink on this podcast, I may actually end up developing a severe drinking problem if I drank on ours as well.
Oh, where can they find this podcast though?
The podcast can be found on twitch.tv/Meyer. It's been recently renamed from Meyer_test. We just, you know, since Meyer streams basically every day, we didn't feel like it was worth it creating a specific channel just for that. And he's got, you know, a pretty big following already, so we're just running on the that coattails, so it's fine. New season coming up, something new potentially being in, well, at least in my mind, because we're trying to revitalize every year, and we mark every year with the anniversary live stream. So
Nice.
keep an eye on that for that.
All right. So
And now, after the longest introduction ever,
let's get down to how this works. I'm going to go around and ask every cast member 3 questions. They get to ask. I ask them what did they like about this week, what did they dislike about this week, and what surprised them about this week. And anyone can kind of jump in while they're answering their questions, but every cast member needs to answer those questions, except for me, because when I answer it, it goes from being an 2-hour something podcast to a 4-hour podcast. Because I like to hear myself talk, so that's just how this works. So I like to jump in on other
not
people's
narcissistic
stuff.
at all.
Nah, man, I'm not a narcissist. I just play one on TV. That's a bad joke. All right, we're gonna start with reverse order. So we're gonna start with Darj, and then we'll end up with Dr. Jones. So Darj,
does the answer have to do with Star Citizen, or can it be just in general?
I probably best to keep it with Star Citizen, but if you have something in general as well, feel free to bring it up. Also, just so you guys know, one of the things that that I like to remind everybody about as the kitchen is falling down around me.
Is that on your end? Where is that coming from?
It's my wife. She's cleaning up the kitchen right now, and the problem is that the room is very open. My office, so you can basically hear everything that goes on through the entire house.
You're basically streaming from the kitchen.
Yes, essentially. I'm essentially streaming from the kitchen, the living room, and the
Live from an unknown kitchen somewhere in Texas. It's the captain's table.
Should it be the dining
See,
room?
then that's funny because the table, right? Get it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Board Gamer quoted the actually had the subtitle for the captain's table, which is the captain's table. We don't know shit. So with that in mind, let's start with what did you like, what you dislike, and what surprised you there, Darj.
What I liked. That's a good question. Well, the jump points out, although not many new things there because they've been going over the Pioneer for quite, with a quite fine-tooth comb already outside of it. Although they did still enjoy reading it and all the different concepts that it went through. And does anybody have a Pioneer?
No.
Does anyone plan on getting
Dux
one?
has one.
I would love to have one at some point, just because of what it does, but that's one hell of a ship to I wouldn't buy it. I would get it in game, maybe.
I'm just gonna hire Dux to buy one or to build whatever I need.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is one of those really, really specialized ships that doesn't make sense for everyone to have. No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how is Captain Dux gonna get rich? On the back of it, if everybody has a Pioneer and can build their own bases, and he has to be the one.
Honestly, I might melt
the
it.
markup.
I just want to get a place on Terra.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna be able to build stuff on Terra.
Well, rent to get a building or something.
Yeah, you can build rent a building maybe. That's
Renting is for poor people.
Well, that is also a good question though about because that was something that we talked about. They talked about really early in the development, was that the idea that you could rent hangars or office space or something like that in the civilized space. So in places like Terra and Earth, or the capital city of the Banu, or the Xi'an, you could actually buy office space, as it were, and rent stuff out of there. Which we haven't heard much about it since then.
You didn't hear dogs, do you? Do you hear dogs?
Yep.
Yep. Hello, dogs.
The
Hi,
Stakel's
dogs.
cat hear the dogs.
That's a no.
Okay. So it's not coming from there. So if you're able to rent the office space, does that mean that just about every building is going to have a functioning interior?
I mean, they said they can get a functioning interior for most office spaces. That's what most spaces. They said that with.
They can procedurally generate interiors now, so it'd be probably pretty
although
easy for
we
them
have
to do
only
that.
seen the procedural generation for interiors for the
truck
modular
stop.
outposts and the truck stops. Yeah.
No, they showed a little bit off of the cities.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
it was like a couple of hallways in a
Right.
high rise. That's all it was. So
Probably just use the Pioneer to build illegal meth labs everywhere.
hey, being
bad.
Space Heisenberg is not a bad idea.
Spacenberg.
Spacenberg.
Spacenberg. I like the well, to continue with my answers, just to get back on topic. I like the ATV where they discussed the what the hell were they discussing? Oh yeah, the procedural generation of cities, and that brought back memories of that CryEngine video of a city on Earth being, completely randomly generated, and then I remembered reading about it on Reddit how CIG should totally hire the guy who did that to make their procedural cities, and then there he was. Well, great.
It is a shocker.
So if anybody has more stuff they want to see in the game, just go on Reddit and link it and bitch about it and say CIG should hire these people, and then ta-da!
And boom,
get it in
there.
the game. Yeah.
Hold on, quickly before they actually figure it out, because we just got raided. I want to make sure I can turn off my parties.
Wait, what?
Oh god.
Oh shit!
There we
Yeah,
go. Good. Thank God.
more gamer rated.
Thank God. Okay. I forgot to turn
Get
off
him
the
out.
party emotes, the party sounds. So if someone hit exclamation point party, like this whole the whole recording would just have a random copyrighted song that's very, very loud and no one could hear anything. Too late,
for
tack
us.
on. Ha!
God damn it!
Now everyone's trying to do it.
You guys,
Of course. You just told chat how they could fuck with you. I mean, what did you expect?
Hey, Sean Noonan, how you doing, buddy? I didn't know Sean Noonan's in chat. He's one of the former
Hey,
CIG
how's it
guys.
going, Sean?
He's the guy who's behind Stormry. But yeah, no. So isn't it the same guy who did the procedural city on Earth? Also did
Yeah.
the same guy?
Yeah,
Alex.
But yeah, they showed part of that in
Yeah, from steps,
UTV.
just generating and then using that tech to do Area 18 surroundings, and then that was hilarious. I mean, hilarious, fantastic to see. Like you were sitting in the customs office, looking outside where the freelancer, the old model of the freelancer, still was, and the city just being built around you. That was great. And I don't think there was anything I really disliked about this week, just because it's such slow news lately. But what I was surprised about was that 3.0 went live. It didn't. No.
Didn't.
Wait.
There's nothing really bad news this week.
Jumbify.
Just seeing if you're paying attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nakara. See, there's some dumbass who's been following Star Citizen on the down low, who's watching this on YouTube right now. Who's gonna be watching this on YouTube and when I upload it, and they're gonna be listening to it just in the background playing a game. And when Darsh says "And 3.0 went live today," he's gonna do a spit take and be like, "What?" and just quickly try to look for the download. You know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna fucking
Totally
happen.
gonna happen. 100%.
So, Nakara, was there anything? Same question for you. Did you like? You didn't like? And what surprised you this week from Star Citizen?
This one's gonna be pretty quick, I think. I like that they got all the shopping bugs squashed.
Wait until the Evocati just find.
Oh
several
yeah, of course.
thousand
But
new
I
ones.
mean, at least they got through the ones that they were aware of, so that's a bonus. I didn't like that it was yet another week without me playing 3.0. And also whoever at everyone that 3.0 was live. That wasn't cool either.
Wait, I'm not the first one to make that joke.
Did they do it on Relay? The Relay
No,
Discord, or
it was on the subreddit, the Star Citizen subreddit Discord.
Yep.
It was one of the mods.
Yep.
Jumbafee?
Yep.
Was it Jumbafee? Of course, it's Jumbafee.
Yep.
Waffle bowl.
What surprised me? They fixed an enormous number of issues this week. I think they were around 140 or something.
They're
Like,
190.
decrease?
Yeah, it was
No,
started at
I know,
190.
They
And then ended
decreased
at
because they went from 300 and something down to 190, and then on Friday they were down to 179. So
But
they made a
that's
huge
not
progress.
that's not just bugs. That's
no, it's also
all tasks.
features and tasks.
It's everything.
Task, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it's just huge. It's very impressive because there's a huge decrease in 1 week. If they are able to replicate that, they'll be down. I mean, I don't think it will be able to, but if they could, they would be down near zero in a couple weeks.
Well,
Yeah,
we
but
haven't
it's
seen
almost
the
as
task
people are
list, so,
actually working on the thing.
You know,
What's that?
somebody's got a task like take out the garbage or
Yeah.
clean the
I guarantee you.
sitting down.
I don't doubt it. There are some tasks that are like that are just up there, just like I'm just gonna pick on someone I know at CIG. It's like Fall put in a
Jay Lee.
task that says Jay Lee pick up my coffee. Like that's probably
That's a
like one of
task.
the tasks somewhere. So he has to like run off from LA to Austin to give her some coffee, something like that.
So would you actually put that into Jira, like daily coffee pickups?
The people I know who work at CIG would probably do that, just as a joke.
I would.
Yes, I would. I would just to see who's paying attention as well. Someone would probably like, Paul, what the fuck did you put this in there? It's just making sure you're paying attention. That's all.
I like
Yeah, that was my surprise of the week, was simply the speed at which they were able to get the issues down. In shopping alone, they said that the overall number went down by 140 for everything, but they said that they actually worked through 150 issues just in shopping alone in a week. That's a lot. Anyway,
but a single issue of that could be a misaligned texture by several pixels.
oh, absolutely. It could be tiny things, but it's still it's moving forward to getting the game to us. So
Yeah,
Good
and another one
Just-
could be like pressing buy completely crashes the entire server.
Just from what I see here, the big number, the big serious stuff is 22. 22 blockers.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So everybody's freaking out about this 180. It's like, no, 22.
It could be something really small.
22.
Yeah.
Something.
And
Well,
I guarantee you that those 180, some of them will go into PTU and some of them will be
Yep.
in live. They just
Oh,
absolutely
absolutely.
fix
Like
everything.
That's just the way it works.
there's 93 criticals. There's 54 highs. How many of those are going to make it to PTU?
Highs.
A chunk of them. A good chunk of them.
All the highs that are there where on the criticals and blockers are out are going into live.
Yeah.
Very likely, yeah.
Probably a good chunk of them, yeah. If it's playable, they'll be like, that.
At least
Yeah,
wait.
exactly.
3.0.1.
And
We're
with the
used to
Delta
it.
patcher, they can just send out like a couple of megabyte fix that fixes a few of those, and it's fine.
Absolutely.
No, it's a huge bonus for them with that. Is that bug fixes, if they they can verify them internally, and they can roll them out super fast to the community.
Right,
That-
You got it.
a single bug could be a misplaced semicolon.
Yeah.
How small of a fix is that? Come on.
Takes a few seconds.
Come on, man.
Exactly. Yeah. Come on, man.
The reality is, of course, is that we don't know when 3.0 is going to come out. We don't know how fast it's going to be fixed. More than likely, though, from the pace that they're doing it, we'll probably see it in PTUs shortly. We talked about this on the relay station, but I'm fairly confident they'll just boot it out in December, just because
They're having those
Probably.
daily things now where they're reviewing it every day.
yeah, that's going to PTU, and
Yeah. That's just wave one.
I am wave one.
Like me.
that's all that matters, right? Yeah, I'm wave one. I
What
care.
else matters?
all that matters.
I believe
Shut
all
up, wave zero, Paul Shelley.
I believe all
Hey,
concierge
Paul.
are now
Give me
wave
some
one.
skin.
That's
some
wave
avocado
one axis
skin.
right there.
Get him out. Get him out!
All right, so
Oh, one other thing I liked, real quick. I think the cover of Jump Point's really nice this
It
month.
is.
So
Is that volume 2? I think I just saw that one.
I completely.
It
glossed
is-
Oh,
over the
no, I'm
cover.
talking
What
about
was
the physical
cover?
copies.
No,
Sorry,
no.
I'm sorry,
I'm talking
I'm sorry,
about the
I'm sorry.
actual, like the one that came out
The
this month.
issue,
So it's
okay.
issue 5-11 for November 2017.
I completely glossed over that. What is it? Maybe it'll
The-
jog my memory.
Oh,
Somebody in chat can link
cover?
it.
Oh, the cover,
cover,
is
yeah.
the cover is like the medium marine armor, and then there's like a console in the background. It's all blue and shiny and pretty.
Okay.
No, it just looked really
Chat,
great.
link it. Hook us up. Hook us up, chat.
do it, chat.
Yeah.
Come on, chat.
Hook us up, chat.
I can upload it pretty quick too.
I mean, I did read the entire Jump Point magazine, but I just scroll.
Totally, yeah.
Mm.
I may do the same thing. It's just a rumor, but
All right, so tack on. What did you
Yes.
like? What do you dislike? And what surprised you?
I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about stuff that comes out of the forbidden area?
I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just
Good,
going to
because
judge
I
you.
saw some pictures of the Saber Raven, and they looked pretty sweet.
That's
so
not
I like
too
that.
bad. Hold on, I got you.
It's just some pictures. It's on the Star Citizen subreddit.
And the Kara.
Super fucking easy.
Well, no, they also showed it off at CitizenCon. Like there was you could play on the Raven at CitizenCon. So.
Well, this was like in game, So it's like it's not really anything. Like nothing damaging. It just looks cool. It's like the first time I really saw like a good detail of it. So like, hey, that's pretty neat. It looks cool. Good for the people who can afford the Optane drives. Good for them. So
PayPal credit.
PayPal credit. Hey, whatever. If you got the money, do it. Like I think if I was building a computer this year,
6 months,
I would consider
right.
it. So, but
Yeah.
that's all right. It'll go down in price, and then it'll be something we all have eventually. So I'm not worried about
Wait,
it.
who here has the Raven? Is it just ducks?
It's just ducks and
Ducks
ducks
got
and
one.
janitor. I'm sorry,
I'm
As
just
the
trying to
janitor.
check out my targets before,
Darjanator.
in-game.
The Ducks janitor.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I would have gone for it just because I'm more of a fan of the M.2 format for the SSDs.
I've got one as well.
And the Samsung 960 Pro kinda kicks its ass in some aspects.
I was told.
Right, I was
by a
just
couple of
just
experts.
saying that like if I was building a computer today, I'd consider something like that.
Well, yeah, and I think
Are they actually getting any kickbacks for selling an Optane? I wonder.
what's that?
Like, are they getting any portions of the sales of the Optanes or anything?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
I think Intel just paid the
Advertising,
CitizenCon and paid them for the costs of the Ravens.
That's worth
They
it.
also gave
So I can.
they also gave CIG a whole bunch of updates, like
Yes,
for
they
their
did.
offices.
Yep.
So many.
So this is something I can talk to as someone who just helped organize an event. There's lots of stuff you will get by allowing someone to sponsor it, even though it may not be cash they're giving you. They give you stuff, and it's like, look at all this stuff we have now.
Yeah.
Now there's lots of stipulations with this stuff, but we have stuff.
So much stuff.
Well,
Like it or not,
yeah, no,
Star Citizen's
VerseCon,
going mainstream.
VerseCon, we got a
16 computers from AMD is insane.
AMD helped us out with computers to run the event, and then freaking Razer gave us stuff to give away. Logitech gave us stuff to give away. Fucking TrackIR 5 gave stuff to give away. Catalyst Mints gave stuff. I can't even think. Like there was a ton of different. Like even CIG gave away 3.
That came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, Tyler Whitkin stands up.
Tyler
and says,
just made a phone call and said, "All right, we're doing this."
We're giving away 3 Terrapins, Terrapin game packages. Terrapin game packages.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's
So-
ridiculous.
So kids, when VerseCon comes around next year, you should go because everybody. I think most of the people at that venue walked out with something.
Nice.
So Paul, when are you naming yourself to Paul Shilly?
Chili.
Yeah.
When I can trademark my name. When I actually get cash for
Hashtag sellout.
yeah. Oh, I will hashtag sell out all day long if I actually got money for doing what I do. That'd be great.
Right.
I mean, I get
Well,
money,
and
So-
if you rename yourselves to Paul Shilly, I'm gonna rename myself to Billy Yum Yum 2x2.
but really, I'm into my two.
Do it now.
So
And
Paul,
if,
Paul hit me
if
up with your-
anybody knows where that's from, I will give them a cookie.
in the mail.
In the mail.
Sure.
Tack on. So you said
All right,
what you
so
liked.
the 3 questions.
Yeah.
So what I liked, got a dislike, and then what was the third thing?
Surprise.
Surprise.
No. I may not have a third answer.
That's fine.
So
Doesn't have to be Star Citizen.
something I didn't like. I don't know. Another week without 3.0. That you know what I mean. But I'm in super hibernation mode, so it doesn't hurt as bad as it used to.
I mentioned this on the relay station. I'm in like autopilot. I'm like
Cruise mode.
we're just cruising.
Yeah, cruise
I'm just
mode.
cruising until we reach 3.0 because it's like it's close enough that we.
It's a really long quantum jump.
Yeah.
Like we just had actually I'll go back to question 1. Something I liked everybody that came out to the Bar Citizen out here in St. Louis. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming out, making out on a rainy day in the middle of the afternoon on a Saturday. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
let me continue my shilling and post that link. There's actually gave away something, didn't you?
We did. I had a Razer Naga Chroma, and we gave that away to somebody at the event.
Yeah. So if you're in the St. Louis area,
Show up to Bar Citizens in St. Louis because sometimes we give shit away.
well, you know who else
Bar
is in?
Citizens
What I didn't
Higher.
realize was that STL Youngblood's in the area too.
His name didn't give that away.
I guess so. St. Louis. I thought it could be.
Oh, is that what it stands for?
Yeah.
You know,
I-
I'm from Romania. I know not of such things.
Darsh has an excuse. What the hell, Paul?
Listen, man. I don't care.
Listen,
all right,
man.
that's my excuse. It's St. Louis. All right.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
And
Go ahead.
let me
I
preface this. Let me preface this before all of my St. Louis followers unsubscribe and unsub.
What? All three of us.
All three of you. But is that I
Paul
actually
Shelley don't care about St. Louis people.
St. Louis is the only city in the U.S. that I literally have no connection to, other than friends. I have no family members who ever used to live there or currently live there. No close friends.
They probably all got stabbed or shot. Now they're dead.
I've never lived around the area. It's like there's like a giant black hole in the very center of the U.S. that
Hey, it's like that in real life. So
Right. And to quote Paul Shelley, St. Louis is the black hole of the U.S.
Yes, there we go.
Just looking out for
we're
your
gonna pull Mitachi. You're not safe either. We're pulling Kansas City in too. You're coming
Kansas
straight
City.
down Highway 70. We're pulling you in.
My parents
you're beyond the
actually-
event horizon. You can't do it.
My parents actually lived in Kansas City and Cincinnati, and my wife's parents lived in Cincinnati for a while too. So like I have at least those two, but not St. Louis. Just
Hell
that
no, it's
central
too
area.
late. You're beyond the event horizon. It's too late, Mitachi. You're coming in.
Oh, I guess Ducks. I think it's up to you. You get three. What did you like? What did you dislike? And what surprised you?
I was about to ask because I forgot what the questions were.
Yeah.
What was it again?
What did you like? What did you dislike? And what surprised you?
About what?
Star Citizen.
Anything.
What did I like?
What'd you like?
Not
Badly
what's
dangerous.
the like?
Oh, there you go. That's fair. That's fair. There's not a lot happening right now.
Well, like, was there anything this week that you enjoyed? Basically.
I've been playing Destiny 2 because I'm sick and tired of waiting for 3.0.
So you haven't been following it too closely this week?
I have been. I've been watching. I watch every ATV, and I usually only watch the Monday and Thursday shows.
Was there anything in the ATV you liked?
The part before they showed Burn Down.
So like
Before
the intro.
the intro.
The intro. I like the intro.
Was there anything you disliked other than the fact that 3.0 isn't fucking out yet?
I don't know. I have the memory of a goldfish.
All right, Dr. Drones, it's up to you now. What did you like? What did you dislike? And what surprised you?
Okay, so what I liked was seeing the actual like procedural stuff in slow motion, like when it's just plopping down the tiles. I just thought it was the coolest thing to actually see it, just start laying out the different buildings. In
Oh, yeah, that
slow-mo.
was cool.
Like I know it's going to be cool that you're not going to see it that way. It's all going to be built when you get there, but just seeing it just fly out was kind of cool. I like that effect. What did I dislike? That would definitely be the lack of proper use of a tripod for the camera during the ATV. I just felt like there were like 10 different scenes where all you saw was like they were listing on a ship or something. It's like,
So you mean during the burn down?
During the burn down and during the no, not during the burn down. I'm sorry, during the procedural stuff when they were talking.
They always use the Maybe they're trying to add a bit more approachable angle, as if you're in the studio with them. That's. But I've seen the equipment they use. They have tripods that cost more than all of my photography equipment put together. And
no, I know
at
they
one
have
point.
them.
And at
Because
one
are they
point,
using human tripods?
yeah.
It seemed that way. It seemed that way, and it wasn't balanced. But no, there were like quite a few scenes during the ATV where the camera was just like wobbling, and then they would randomly like snap to the person, like just a quick zoom in, and it's like, why? Stop! Don't do that, because you're trying to like focus on this person talking about something, and then all of a sudden it's like everything's moving. It's like, stop.
Do you think they hired the crew of Reno 911? Like
Possibly. I don't know.
That was a pretty good camera crew. I like that. That was some good shit.
And my Star Citizen surprise of the week, being invited on Captain's Table. Done.
Don't get
Brownie
too happy.
points.
Say one that's surprised for me. I just straight up asked to do it.
Yeah. People don't realize, and Dux can confirm this. I just say, hey, I need some people to be on Captain's Table. And if you're just like, hey, I want to be on Captain's Table, I'm like, cool. Welcome to the Captain's Table. Because it's that easy. Like, it's not difficult to get on. I'm not like, I don't know you. You're not a big name in the community.
I don't see your name on the list, sir. I'm sorry. You'll have to come back another time.
The whole just waiting for 3.0, playing 2.6 is completely burned me the hell out. I can't stand hearing Tessa any longer than I already have.
I went from wanting to date her to wanting to kill her.
I told you she's fucking insane, dude. She is straight up
She is a redhead.
How do
The
we
first
know?
thing that's going to happen
is she?
when capital ships are in the game is that station is getting hit.
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
Suck it, Tessa!
I mean, Tessa is insane. She's a sociopath. I have confirmed this many times. She is a sociopath. She doesn't know how human emotions work. She hears this. She's like, this sounds kind of troubling. What, does this sound bad to you? And she plays it, and it's like a woman like, please help me! I'm fucking dying! There's like explosion and fire in the background. And it's like, Tessa, yes, that sounds serious. Are you serious right now? You fucking sociopath. She's like, I don't know what emotions are, and someone crying with explosions in the background sounds normal to me. I mean, that's what happens whenever I blow up a ship that just happens to wander by. I'm sorry, I mean, on television,
You guys got to quit wasting your Tessa.
Maybe she is 10-ton Tessa. Maybe she is not worth it.
10-ton Tessa.
Sociopath.
She sits there and
That's why she can't
Focus on
leave.
Darnell's widow.
That's why she can't leave.
She can't squeeze through the airlock.
She literally cannot leave. Like, she says it's because of her job. No, she literally can't leave. Like,
She's
physically impossible.
stuck.
Even 0G doesn't help.
And I will
There's still
debunk
inertia.
this whole thing. Oh, she's impressionable. She's heard it all the time. Then why is she asking you if it's serious or not? That's the question. Because she's desensitized to the whole thing, and she doesn't actually give a shit about people because she's a sociopath.
It's just a fucking placeholder.
But she's been stuck and she's been stuck in a station since she was like 18, and is desperately
She's gone
trying to
crazy.
survive. She's gone crazy. She's a sociopath. Like
She's
you'll
at
rescue her, and she'll be like, "My rescuer," and then shoot you in the head, and then walk out the hole you created. That's what's going to
Joke's
happen.
on you. I don't want to be rescued.
Joke's on you. You're trapped here now.
Thanks
You're
for
the new
stuff.
Tessa. I'm
Stay
out. You're
here
the new Tessa.
forever and ever.
You have to imagine, though, she's sitting in ICC every moment of every day watching all these public enemies come in and murder everybody. And people
Not
just
being able
massive
to do
fights.
anything about it.
Just sitting there with popcorn, just enjoying the explosions.
Dux, you're an enabler. You know that? You're enabling Tessa to get away with that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just say something that I actually found
No.
interesting about this week?
Sure,
Yes.
go ahead.
It's the one of the sentences in the sale schedule for the anniversary, which is going to last like more than a week. But
And
one
a
of the
couple
sentences
more.
that says daily ATV videos.
Right.
They're
It's
going
supposed to
to
be. That's next
There's
week.
going to be a lot of video.
They're
Yeah.
all going to be 24 hours late.
Hey, but it's okay, Captain Dux, because
They actually have a
they'll
scheduled time for each of those videos. Believe it or not.
and I guarantee you they'll punch above their weight class.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
They always punch above their weight class.
That's a Star Citizen meme. It's
And that's the
existing
tip of the
forever.
spear, though.
Yeah. The question is, will they have cafeteria footage? That's the real question.
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's
It'll
the thing I'm
only be-
looking forward to the
It'll only be
most in
cafeteria.
3.0.
It's cafeteria. It's actually
Is
just a
getting
giant
into the cafeteria and just
I better-
sitting at a table.
I better have a fucking options on the menu. You know, I better walk into Squadron 42's cafeteria, and they better have like pizza and burgers and like
Right?
quiche
Burritos.
and burritos. And
No,
I'd be able
not
to
just pizza and burgers,
And-
different kinds of pizza,
pizza and burgers,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and you have to be able to choose it, or you can like order them custom, and the chef will cook it for you. That shit better be in there, and I better
I
be
need to
able
be
to
able-
throw it at his
And
face.
if you order pizza with pineapples, I want the game to instantly change into super hard mode and just throw every fucking shit at you because you fucking deserve it. Pineapple does not belong on
Pineapple
pizza.
is delicious.
Sir,
Eat a
you
dick.
sir are wrong.
Pineapple
Pineapple's
is
delicious.
Listen.
Pineapple
It's good
is
on
delicious.
pizza.
Let's
Pineapple
not
on
get
pizza.
into politics here, people. All right, all right. I don't want to deal with pizza politics on the captain's table. It just turns everybody off.
Truffles, on the other hand,
Pizza politics is serious business.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
I mean, we can talk about how Star Citizen is a scam all day, but if the second you bring up pizza, fuck you. Get out of here. No, that's not happening.
I had pizza in LA,
This-
and it was a
this
massive
guy-
disappointment.
This guy in chat over there, he keeps wanting like proof of avocado and
Yeah,
landing
no,
on-
and let me explain a little bit while he's still here and not raging why I banned
Right,
him. Why I
here,
banned him for
here.
an hour is
Ta-da!
I'm a member of Evocati, and I don't want, if you're coming on my channel asking for leaks, you can fuck right off. And if you keep, I told him already. I warned him once. I said, don't come on my channel asking for leaks.
He said it.
Then he
I
said
saw
it
it.
again, and then so I banned him. Like, deal with it.
Get him out.
Don't be a lazy troll. That's a shitty lazy troll method.
That same guy was in the
Yeah, I told
in chat for Relay Station.
and I told him in the relay station, don't be a lazy troll and you will be fine. You won't get banned. And he wasn't. He was okay. And then he comes on my shit and becomes a lazy troll. It's like, God damn it, dude, get better. Like, get better, troll. Get good enough. Fuck, man.
Plus, he doesn't have
I mean,
lasting
he
power.
wasn't
He
even
didn't,
charging
he
to
didn't
cross
last
his
for the
bridge.
entire Relay Station.
What was that?
What? Huh?
Two people talked over each other, so I didn't know.
I just said he didn't even have lasting power. He didn't last the entire Relay Station.
Nah.
Get good.
Yeah, and I said that he didn't even ask for money to cross his bridge. What kind of troll is he?
Darge already went. Drones. You said what you liked, right? Did you say what you didn't like?
I did.
What was it?
Camera stuff.
Well, the camera stuff, yeah.
Oh, right.
Wobbly cameras, the like insanely wobbly
Right.
cameras.
Hey, it wouldn't be a CIG production if the camera, if the production quality was anything good. So
Then now
I mean,
Par for the
they're
course.
using a red camera, a red.
Par for the course.
The DSLR reds?
No, the red. It's not a Magnum. It's not a bullet. Is it a bullet?
Isn't that the one that they use to film like actual films
Hobbit.
on?
Yeah, the Hobbit was
Yeah.
shot on two reds for the 3D effect.
wide. That's a bit overkill. It's a
I
bit
know,
overkill.
It shoots in 8K because YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube supports
Because
8K.
YouTube could do 8K.
Yeah.
Actually, YouTube can do 8K.
Can it
Who
go
gets
to
8K?
16K?
Yes.
Holy shit.
I haven't seen 16K, but even 8K just completely messes up my computer, and I have a 1080. So
Yeah, it's overkill.
yeah, but yeah, they shoot on red, and the budget they've been able to accrue with all the subscribers for the ATV is just amazing, and I want
awesome.
in on it. Yeah. I feel like we've been here before because I remember looking at this entire Google search for red, this entire feed. I've seen this before. I'm getting a serious case of deja vu right now.
I do like the chat that everyone's talking about who Tessa actually is, and someone's like, well, she could be a guy, and Jade's like, it's 2947, it's okay. It's like, yeah, fucking you inappropriate jackass, Gundam. You gotta. It's the 30th century, bro. Get with the times, all right. It's okay to be
Maybe
a
she's with the
dude.
pirates. Putting deals with pirates.
Some people are so judgmental.
So judgmental. Drones. What's your surprise? What was your surprise?
Captain's table.
Oh yeah, Captain's Table. Right, you said that. I forgot. Suck up. My
I
bad.
did.
Attention!
Okay.
I don't mind rehashing it. But
Reviewing a little bit because Paul's had a couple of drinks and is going to have a couple more here in a bit. Holy balls, we actually are at the 1 hour moment.
Yeah,
Like,
feels
a
good.
drink
Weapon.
every time you ask somebody to repeat an answer.
I'm just sitting here playing your Stream Legends game below the
Yeah, do it.
I've got the
That's
chat
what's-
over here. I'm
that's-
just playing it.
That's why those of you watching on YouTube should be watching this live because you can play Stream Legends just like Tacon.
Exactly. I've got it on auto fight too, and I'm just that good that I win every battle.
Yeah.
I have 350 schmeckles, and I'm gonna go buy like 7 wenches at the bar
Do it.
or something. I don't know.
Nice.
I love those schmeckles.
That's how that works, right?
All right.
Also, I googled it. It's a red weapon, and the body costs $40,000.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, that's
Damn.
the that's that camera that Linus.
That's a
reviewed.
better. Yeah, Linus got
And,
2 of them.
Did he drop it?
They spent what 100.
He's not allowed to touch them.
He apparently
smart.
He apparently spent like $130,000 on the accessories for them, not
Yeah.
even just the cameras.
Yeah, because it's just the body without the controls, without a screen, without a lens, without any sort of.
And each of those extra pieces costs like
Wait.
a stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
I didn't get
So,
to. I didn't
it's a
get to
do-it-yourself
say
camera?
anything about it.
Yeah, it's completely modular.
Sorry, Captain. Go ahead.
I didn't get to say anything about a surprise or something like. What's that?
Oh, did you have
What's
a,
this? that
I
one?
tweeted something and I got retweeted by Robert Space Industry a couple days ago.
Oh, nice.
I was wondering why my phone was blowing up, but I guess that explains it.
That'll teach you to have all those
Look
notifications
at a
on.
hot
What
shot.
did you tweet, by the way?
I took a picture of the computer with the next to it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that'll do it.
right.
Yeah.
And I have a fucking Aegis logo emblazoned on my CPU cooler, and nobody gets like.
Do you have an engraving?
Ah, cool.
Listen,
you have the Star
listen.
Citizen on the window. Nice.
Yeah.
I do.
Nice.
I do.
So
It's not engraved.
I was
it's like,
I was gonna say
Well,
do you,
tweet
are
harder,
you,
Darsh.
Are you as sexy as Captain Ducks?
No.
You're not, obviously.
That's why.
They
That's
just
why.
they just took one look at his selfies of him and his Instagram filters with him like big eyes and like cat ears and going like,
I thought it was Snapchat.
is that
I think
Snapchat
it's
filter?
both now?
Is it
I don't
both
know.
now? Anywho, so they saw his sexiness and they're like, well, we gotta get on that sexy train. So they retweeted him. So
Yeah, because he's bringing sexy back.
he's bringing sexy back. He's bringing that sexy back. Welcome to the Captain Stable Ducks.
Here's why I don't have
also,
a job.
I love Ducks. I love your sound treatment for your room.
Oh,
Because he has
that's
this,
just
You've got that in common.
Yeah.
I have only it's my green screen wouldn't work, so I just did that because I'm lazy. Just got a big piece of plywood and some glue.
There you go.
all right, Captain's Table. There we go. So if you guys are interested in asking some questions to the cast or myself or anything, you can always hit !questions, !question mark, or !question in chat. All of those will get you a link. You click that link, you enter in your question, and in that question, you will you can put out your name and your question. Here's a couple of caveats. Number one, none of us are CIG developers. Nakara has been quoted as one before. That doesn't count. And
Oh, come on.
Well, there was one person I knew before they got a job.
but all of us will have no problem answering official CIG questions. You can go onto Spectrum or to the forums or Reddit and be like, I heard from CIG Captain Ducks or I heard from CIG Nakara that this and this and this and this is true, and it completely confirmed 100%. Feel free to do that. Make sure you tag Disco Lando, Xylo, Sandy, and Ben, and just tag all the
Am I
CIG
the
that
only
you can
one
find
that
when those
can
posts.
hear Disco Lando right now? We don't endorse, blah blah.
Yeah, it's just him doing the whole spiel.
Like I can hear the chant in my
Yeah,
head right
yeah. See,
now.
you know what?
Oh,
I'm going to say
you know
this
what
right
this
now,
reminds me of?
Lando. You have to be on stream to be able to say that, so I can say that and get away with it. Deal with it.
Paul, you know what that reminds me of? When I was at CitizenCon and Ulf was interviewing me, and I just wanted to make a joke. Like he asked me, "What do you like most about Star Citizen?" I wanted to say this. There's a lot of stuff that I could say, but I'm not allowed to because of NDA. But every patch brings something really new and exciting. And I just wanted to list a few. But as soon as I said that, I saw the camera guy, who was the only one with the earpiece, start going. And I could just imagine Disco on the other side going, shut him up, right now, shut him up.
They love us. They love the community. They're we're super passionate and we don't make their jobs harder at all.
No, never.
No.
No.
The best
never
way
done
to
such
deal
a
with
thing.
waiting for 3.0, honestly, for me, has just been playing other games and getting my mind off it.
100%. I totally agree with it. I've been back into Elite Dangerous, which has got a lot of updates since the last time I played it. It's a good game.
Yes.
Warframe has Planes of Eidolon that's come out recently, and Warframe itself has been, if you haven't played in a while, it's a great game to play. Destiny 2 is a fun game that's been to play coming out. Life is Feudal just came out for
I gotta
its
wait.
MMO
There's
open
other
beta.
games. I'm doing this wrong.
I got a suggestion for people. One of the things I've got back into after BlizzCon here, and now for everybody, StarCraft 2 is now free to play.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
great RTS. So if you're into those games,
I had a
go
question
grab
about
it.
that. Was that all of StarCraft 2? Is it like Wings of Liberty, Void?
So it's all the online stuff. They give you the Wings of Liberty campaign for free. If you already have the first one, they give you the second one for free.
okay.
But all the online stuff is free to play now.
Was there a No Man's Sky update? Cool. I mean, No Man's Sky is a great
There
game.
was. Yep.
What did they add to that?
Well, they've added a lot since they released. I mean, they've added scout buggies. They've added building your own bases.
Have they added all the things that actually said they would be in the original release?
Not quite everything.
No.
Multiplayer is still, from last I heard, is you can see other players, but they're just
You can see them now?
no. They're white. They're white
As
dots.
a wisp.
They're wisps.
The little blobs.
You can see where they are, but if you're on the same planet, that's about it.
I'd really like to have a Subnautica multiplayer, because that game's pretty fun, but it would be better to have like a multi-crew in that thing, because they got those big subs that you only use them alone.
Right. I was just looking up some of my old followed things. Some of these I backed. Some of the actually, there's only a couple. Well, I'll talk about all the Kickstarter ones I've done. They're coming along with the. I don't know if you guys remember the System Shock games.
Yeah,
they're remaking that one for a modern era. I don't know how much of a direct remake that's going to be, but yeah, that's going to be good. So that's coming along. It's going to be a single player game, so I think it's going to be good. I loved the original back in the day. We also
Speaking
had
of single player, Wolfenstein, the new Wolfenstein is out.
that
I
looks
love
really
it.
good.
I loved it. I finished it in about 13 hours, and the game has dual wielding any weapon you like, just like the previous game, and it has a pregnant naked woman with her titties out, covered in blood.
Can you
In a
dual
cutscene.
wield that?
That escalated so very quickly.
Wait, what game is this?
Wolfenstein 2.
the new Colossus.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. I haven't played the first game, but apparently in the first 10 minutes of the first game is like a snuff film. So think of all of the like worst people in the world you can imagine, and then have them killing innocent like bystanders and like cute kittens and puppies and like curb stomping babies and like it's like Nazis and the KKK teamed up to.
Wolfenstein was never subtle.
No, it is not subtle in any way.
Wow.
It's just
No,
basically
but-
the first 10 minutes of the game is basically set up. Why are you absolutely wholesale blood murdering every single Nazi you find? Because they're Nazis. Because they're terrible.
And
Glorious
I
Bastards
won't
told us
spoil
to.
just how, but the depiction of Hitler in this new Wolfenstein game is hilarious.
That is a good analogy. The like Inglorious Bastards, the video game. It pretty much is the Inglorious Bastards, the video game.
Yep.
This one isn't exactly like that, but it's on the same level, and I recommend to everybody who's ever enjoying the first-person shooter. It's great. It harkens back to the old school of first-person shooters because it's basically just run and gun. You can dual wield triple-barrel shotguns. Come on!
Yeah.
I dig it.
Feels like Doom.
Let me get back to the full questions at
older,
least,
though.
so we can do
Yeah.
this. Like I said, we'll answer official CIG questions completely incorrect, but you feel free to quote us.
Yeah, go for
There
it.
are such things as dumb questions, and
I'll take those.
there are such things as non-questions. And drones, feel free to answer all of the dumb and non-questions.
Perfect.
I've always been a
have
fan
fun.
of the adage, there are no dumb questions, only inquisitive idiots.
Absolutely.
I can answer anything then.
And other than that, you can ask them individually or to the whole group. That's pretty much it. Let's get down to these questions. The first question is from Diabolus, who asks, if you throw your shit at me, will there be corn in it? Good question. The answer for me is, of
I'll
course.
take that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
absolutely.
Have I eaten corn recently?
Have you
Today,
eaten
if
Mexican food?
you were to throw some feces at Diablos
Today?
right now,
I'll go with no.
no.
Yeah, I had to think about it for a
Not a
second.
popcorn eater attack on.
Well, that's different. I do like popcorn, but I don't think that comes out the same way.
Well,
I
I
can
can
say
because it's
corn on the
only
cob.
husks and
I'm
the
thinking
husks
corn on the
remain.
cob.
Oh man.
Corn on the cob is what I was thinking of there.
I have been kind of dehydrated lately, so if you're asking if it will stick, yes, it will.
Get a beer.
Next question comes from Jade Starwatcher, who asks, "What will be the first thing you do in 3.0?" Paul is excluded since he's Evocati and has probably already done it.
Counts me as well.
I don't. It doesn't. Anything done in Evocati I don't count as the first thing you do. I think anything you do. I think PTU in forward is the first thing you do, because when the Evocati first get any kind of test build, it's not a game. It's a crash fest that works sort of sometimes, and that's every Evocati build I've ever played. And that take me off it if that's breaking NDA, but it should be obvious that Evocatis are barely functioning builds.
No, they know this. They tell you in advance that that's going to happen, because it's not about playing a game. It's a job to help them find bugs. They are very well aware of that.
Technically, live is the same thing. Technically, live is an alpha.
Yeah, true.
We're
It's still
supposed
alpha,
to be
yeah.
testing it and breaking it and
but
reporting
it's
those breaks.
but it's
Like,
also more of a it's designed still to be a game, and you're supposed to have fun and that kind of stuff. Whereas like
absolutely.
Evocati is really not designed as a game; they're more designed as a testing ground.
And I applied.
It's a job.
Applied to Evocati as well, but I didn't get in. But
Yeah.
It's a job
I
you don't get
don't
paid
wanna-
to
You
do.
have to blow a tranny first.
Yes, you have to blow a tranny on the way to Frankfurt. That's
well,
the
think of
thing.
it this way: I've got an Octane in this computer now,
my.
so its potential's being wasted.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay me. Not like I would tell anybody anything.
All right. So, but let's go around the world. We'll start with Dr. Jones and do the reverse thing. What would be the first thing you do in 3.0 when it comes out?
I want to, and I've said this before a lot of times, I want to get on board a ground vehicle, probably like an Ursa, get that in a ship with a driver in the Ursa, back door of the Ursa open. I want somebody to get in the pilot seat of said ship, take us into Quantum Drive. I want the driver to drive us out of the ship while I throw a grenade out of the door, and I want to know where that grenade lands.
That actually depends on your timing, though, because you could throw it at the wrong moment and it blows up in the hangar bay, or you could throw it at the right moment and it ends up outside the ship, but in front, but outside the car, but also outside the ship.
Can I just latch on to that one?
Sure.
I would want to get an Ursa into a Constellation, get the Constellation to Quantum Drive, have them open the cargo bay door, and just drive the Ursa out.
Yes, there we go.
That's part of
Let's see what
I
happens.
said. That's
But
part
you
of it.
you just said throw the grenade out.
No, I'm
said
throwing the
he
grenade
said-
out as the
as the
driver
driver
is
is
driving
driving
us
out.
out of the ship
Oh.
as the ship is in QD.
Okay, so we're of the same mind then.
Yeah.
Where
does everything
that
end
sounds
up?
very server breaky.
Oh, we'll find out.
I'm down.
So
Let's do it.
here's what I'm speculating is going to happen. You'll throw it; it'll stay in the local physics grid of your Ursa, and you'll die.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
I'm okay with that.
Or it'll be sucked
Or
into the
it'll pass
ship's
into the
physical grid,
space
and it'll
physics
blow
grid.
up there.
Yeah.
Or it might go to space and explode. But it's going at a quantum speed, so would that explosion be accelerated as well?
Well, everything right now, as far as I know, is non-Newtonian physics. So
Yeah,
it'd
you don't
probably
you don't
stay specific
maintain
grid and
in
stop.
2.6.3 you don't maintain quantum speeds if you get out
That's
of the
true.
ship. You immediately jump out of quantum, if I remember correctly.
That's
So,
true.
All right, so how about you, Dux? What's the first thing you do in 3.0?
I'm probably gonna bring a Vanguard into Atmosphere because it's one of my favorite ships.
Cool.
Just want to fly it in that mode.
Me? Well, see, I wanted to do this thing where I choose a part of a moon, an unnamed moon, and I charge for admission. Just put it that way. Now, that admission goes for upkeep of the dirt on the ground, so I keep the dirt dirty, okay? You're here to look at the dirt. I'm keeping the dirt dirty.
job.
Nobody sees this. They just like, you're a pirate. And I'm like, no, I'm keeping the dirt dirty, okay?
You're like
I
a
do this
reverse
shit for
janitor.
free.
I'm just
You're a dirt
I'm
janitor.
a zookeeper. You know, I'm
a dirt keeper.
No, you're not. You're not a dirt. What is it called? You're a groundskeeper. You're a
I am a
groundskeeper.
I am a park ranger.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm protecting all the wildlife of this lifeless moon.
And your new name is Willie.
So you know what? Forgive me if I charge admission, and forgive me if I have guns. Keep people out of my park. Okay. Real park rangers have guns too, and they shoot you repeatedly.
Don't ruin his immersion.
But I can't really do that without voice. Like, if without local voice, I can't do that. Because if I just start typing in chat, they'll blow me up by the time I'm done saying things. So,
Oh, I really hope that can be possible.
need to get a shot.
I may have to wait. Yeah, I may have to wait. I'll have to wait on that one. So, as a follow-up to that, I'll just, I don't know. I'll just ask people what they're doing and then pretend to help them and then take their things at some point.
How about you, Nicar?
Confiscate it.
First thing I'm gonna do in 3.0, I'm much more boring than you guys. I don't know, like I don't know how you come up with this stuff. I think
Very bored.
I'm going to, because I actually
Content
haven't really
drop.
seen a whole lot of leaks. I want to explore Levski, inside and out. I think it'd be really interesting, because I don't know. It's first landing zone, the first big one in the game, and then, of course, see if I can drive and my Ursa rover off the surface of the moon. Delamar.
No, the moons aren't flat. You can't really drive it off the edge of the moon.
Well,
Excuse you. The UEE put that out as a false flag
That's
to
propaganda,
cover up
yeah.
for no. Listen, they're turning the dirt clean. Okay, you can't. It's flat. All right.
So,
Turn the
what
dirt
I mean
clean.
I'm tired.
I can't wait. I can't
Pay
wait.
someone to keep that dirt dirty.
Tack on being the assistant to Alex Jones over there. So
He's actually gone outside to get a handful of dirt.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Tack on. But like wander out of Levski and jump in my Ursa and go and see if I can use like a crater to just like take off into orbit.
There
Get
you
up
go.
enough speed.
Dukes of Hazzard style.
There
nice
there
Ursa,
be a whole
taking off
lot of
any steep
gravity
ramps.
on it, it's a planetoid.
I want to try to drop one from high altitude.
Yes. Thank you. I was leading up to that. Like, what's that
To-
going to be like?
to
How
the
will it
20.
handle atmospheric reentry? Come on, Ursa.
Oh well.
What are you made of?
Darsh, how about you?
Something I've done already, and I don't mean in the avocados, but on the show floor of CitizenCon, is I got, because they had the 24 computers on a dedicated 3.0 server, which ran just fine, by the way. I got into a Raven, went up into orbit, and did turn around, did a beeline for the day-night divide, or as it's sometimes called, the Kylo Ren line. 'Cause, between the light and
So
dark side.
the emo line, we got it.
Yeah. Landed there and watched the sunset right before the server reset, because they were
Did you
getting new
chase
people
the sunset at all?
I wasn't able to, no, because the reset was too quick. But it was great. It was so realistic. And Paul, what the hell is wrong with your eyes?
No, I don't know what's wrong with my
You're
eyes.
supposed to sniff the coke off a clown's penis, not rub it into your eyeballs.
Yeah. Thank you.
But I can see God now.
Then he has abandoned
Oh boy!
us.
And when we're looking at this in the future, we're gonna be like, that's where it turned.
That's when he
where it turned.
lost it.
It's all downhill from there.
What I'm going to do, and I said this before, is I'm going to get a gang of bikers, space bikers, to load up into a what is it called?
Caterpillar?
Yeah, caterpillar. And then as I'm entering the atmosphere of one of the moons, open up the sides and have them all jump out while they're in reentry and see if they actually can survive.
I'd like to
landing.
volunteer for this
Yeah.
project, by the way.
Gaggle of space bikers, yeah, and Born to Be Wild and other space biking or biking songs in the background as like they're burning through the atmosphere with the ship.
Oh, wow, that sounds so epic. Are you going to be called the Vikings?
The Vikings, the Vikings, while performing YMCA. Yes, that's exactly it. Oh.
So, new Tumbril vehicle is supposed to be coming out at some point, isn't it?
Yeah, there's going to be a whole line of vehicles from Tumbril.
I want to see a tank.
Everyone wants to see a fucking tank.
I want a tank.
I don't think there will be a tank. I think the closest you'll get is to like a Warthog equivalent with a
They already have that.
size 1 ship.
Right. Yeah.
I'm talking full on Scorpion.
Oh.
Yeah,
Tank.
no, I don't think we're going to see a tank. I think what we'll see more than likely is something like a big tracked anti-air vehicle. I think eventually we'll see tanks, but not anytime soon. Just because
The Ursa has a gun on the back.
There needs to be.
yeah,
Well, I mean, think about it. A size 5 on the ground vehicle would be considered a tank.
So-
You just need a bigger turret.
All right. So here's I don't speculate often, but I will speculate on this. We're already kind of seeing what they're going to give us for tanks, I think. Will we see other ones? Yes. But I think you're seeing kind of what they're going to be working with here. They've got ones with 4 wheels. They've got ones with 6 wheels. But here's the thing.
it's your cat walking
cat.
as you're explaining.
So I don't think they're going to get much
Completely
bigger or more
ignores
crazy for land vehicles than that, honestly.
Well, they could
I
just
don't
as
think they
easily
will.
make like a medium-sized ship, but a ground vehicle. It could be like some sort of like mobile like lab or something. For all
So-
we know.
The problem
I
is
get that.
transportation.
Yes.
The problem is transportation.
So
Yeah, I mean,
here's
could
the
be
way
on
I
the
see
planet,
it.
like Constellation size with tracks or something like that can crew like 6
So-
people or something like that.
What we already know about vehicles and their limiting sizes is that there is an upper limit to how big you make a vehicle before it can't go anywhere but a perfectly flat surface because it's just too damn big. So what you'll probably see is multiple Ursa-sized things chained together and acting as a big caravan like you see in Australia with the road trains.
Well,
Like, they
just
didn't
as
make a
easily-
giant truck, they chained a bunch of regular trucks together.
They could just as easily have like 4 tank tracks, and that would help with the uneven terrain.
I could see a slightly larger vehicle, yes. I could see a
I
slightly... It'd be plausible. But at some point, you make it something so friggin' big, you're like, stop. That's unrealistic. Like, I'm already playing a space game where you use a lot of hand waving and stuff, but there is a limit.
No, but have you seen what's already possible in the 21st century with tanks? There is a German tank that can go 40 to 60 miles an hour on rough terrain with a beer glass balanced on the end of its gun, and all the balancing and shit will make sure the beer does not get spilled.
And how big is that tank? It's not huge. It's tank
Challenger
size.
size.
It's tank size.
Yeah, it's Challenger size.
It's tank
yeah.
sized.
Probably
It's not.
talking about a
It's
Leopard
not.
2.
It's not super tank size like the mouse or anything, but
No,
and
it's tank size.
but it's bigger than an Ursa.
But the key is, and we actually discussed this on the relay station again about tanks, is that tanks, while a cool idea, you also have to think about balancing. What is a tank used for? Other than being a big bad thing that
Being
can shoot
shot
other
at?
thing is
Shooting
it's
other
a-
tanks.
being shot at.
it can be shot at by like the biggest problem is that right now there is like in terms of weapons sizes, the vehicles and people on the ground are very vulnerable to air attack. Just a simple like a fucking Aurora can own an entire platoon of dudes or an entire army on the ground because there's really not a lot of protection.
I could
know?
park one freelancer in orbit with a rigged up railgun and bombard a city. And what is your tank going to do? Nothing.
Yeah. So the answer is that there needs to be some sort of balance. So tanks, while a cool idea, other than being a cool
that could
idea,
be-
they'd
it
have
could
to
be
have
modular, just as easily modular.
Yeah, but
Well, but as Paul says, I think a tank is completely outdated by the idea of an affordable spaceship because it is limited to driving on the ground, where a spaceship can fly through atmosphere and go into space
Right.
and have the same sort of armaments. So there's no point of having tanks anymore.
That's why I personally don't think we'll see too much craziness in the way of land vehicles. We may see a couple variants from other manufacturers that maybe if you're thinking, like from the designer standpoint, if you think in lore, like, okay, what would these companies do to compete with each other? Okay, they would come up with this. Okay, all right. So that fills
Well,
a
you
niche that
could-
these two don't. So there's our vehicle.
You could just as easily
when I-
have a couple of size 5s, like a quad size 5 mount or something like that on a ground vehicle, and that would be devastating for everything.
Yeah, but
You guys are thinking
And then
weaponry. I'm thinking
yeah.
cargo, like transport and stuff.
that's what I was going to
How
say
about
next.
we get like the Tesla semi trucks in the game. Let's do that.
Right.
Yeah, well, like that's the other thing is that you have to remember that everything needs to be able to be transported by something, and we don't have any ships in game that can currently transport something that could hold a size 5. Size 5s are huge. They're the size like the size 5s on the what are they? The glaives are the size of the ship. You know, they're the wings. They're that's literally what the size 5s are. The size 5s on the I think it's the Starfarer. Are the size of an Aurora. So like you're talking about a ship, you're talking about a tank that would be twice or 3 times the size of an Aurora. I don't know what can carry that.
That tank would have to be that tank would have to be so big that it'd be pointless, because then it would just be a big fat slow target.
Yeah.
Because you don't think this is a balance.
Oh, and did you see that interview with the Intel guy and Sean Tracy on what was it? Newegg Now?
No.
I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah, and he said that, and I'm paraphrasing, and something our backers don't even know about, our guns go up to size 12 now.
Yeah.
Or was it 16? But size 5 is tiny compared to
small.
what they have plans.
The size 5 is smaller than an M50, because I have one in my hangar next to an M50.
There's
That may also change.
I remember seeing that the main gun on the Bengal is about the size of an Idris.
Yes. Yeah.
It's huge.
It can fire Idrises out of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the Bengal, I think it's Retribution.
Yeah, the
Which is-
Retribution.
Well, there
One
was. I mean,
huge
the actual. I didn't mean that it can
planet-destroying
fire.
railgun.
I didn't mean that it could fire Idrises. The main gun on the Bengal
is the size.
is about the same size as the Idris.
Yeah.
The one on the Retribution can fire Idrises. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's basically one huge railgun with,
It's insane.
a cockpit.
And I think the issue is more like I don't want to see tanks because tanks are cool, because that's a dumb reason to put in these things.
Yep. I
want to see tanks because they fit a role, and if they fit a role that works in game, that's great.
Modular solves everything.
But the question again would be, then why would people purchase it? Because like think about the 300. The 300 was original concept was it's cool, it's luxury, it's nice, it's the in between the starter ships and the Hornets and such like that. It's okay, cool. Since they continued to add ships, the 300 completely is outclassed. It's complete. There's no purpose to having the 300.
Yeah.
Except for the 350R.
Because tanks are cool and people will give them money.
In the
Unfortunately,
current
that's
guise,
true.
yes.
They could sell a tank and it would go, and then they'd get to the live game and it would be garbage, and people would be like, "What the fuck?" And
No, not really. I mean, you'd be surprised. Like a modern tank can get pretty damn fast, and it can go over almost anything.
That's
speed.
true, but that's only today and not 900 years in the future when you
Right.
have a fucking...
Well,
When you have a ship that can jump into orbit and bombard a target with railguns.
you don't necessarily think that way, because as Chris Roberts has said, 900 years in the future, humans wouldn't fight at all. It would just all be robots, and we wouldn't have anything. You know, there would be no game.
The question is more.
They just do things. I think they just do things that they think will be fun.
Yeah.
Well, he based the game a lot around World War II.
Yeah.
And one of the most important things in World War II was the mechanized infantry.
Yeah, it was tanks, but I don't know how much like because you got to remember they just came out with the idea of even being able to have planets in the games, like the way that they do. So the issue is more how do we how do they balance, because tanks would be designed to fight other tanks, which means you need tanks from all of the different races. You need multiple types of tanks, maybe even like scrap tanks or tanks that are made by like pirates or designed for pirates, cheaper versions of the tanks. How would the tanks get to the battlefield? What would there be purpose in battlefield other than the fight other tanks? If there's no purpose, then why do they exist? Maybe a mobile launch platform, but you don't need that for like a tank.
You don't need to be that big. I'm talking about ship size.
Yeah, so then you're not really looking at a tank more than you're looking like a mobile weapons platform, something that can take off from missiles and.
Well, I don't know. Like,
Isn't
things aren't
that
big.
the...
They're not like that much bigger than, or even I don't even know if they're the same size as one of the ships in Star Citizen.
A Leopard 2 is only 10 meters long.
Yeah,
And most of the ships are 20 meters.
The issue is more like what can carry them and where would they
So-
go. So
Let me hit you with this. We've got railguns coming up, right? We saw this at the Gamescom demo. They're using railguns.
Yep.
We saw them being used. So if a soldier can carry one of those, maybe it needs 2 people because it's freaking heavy. Why do I need a tank? Like, we just get that soldier where he needs to be and
Well, you get him
seal his position, and
I
then he can do his
You know
thing.
how this works.
You know-
The tank has a bigger railgun.
yeah.
It has heavier shield.
But then,
But that tank dies to the soldier-mounted one. Like, what's the point?
Well, unless it
You
doesn't.
know, I think I've been trying to say for a while now, but everybody just keeps talking over.
talking over you. Let's talk about this. Go ahead,
That
Josh.
doesn't happen.
I think the closest we'll get to a tank is the Titan suit for a Marine that can dig in.
Don't
can
crush my
change-
dreams. I want a tank.
Yeah.
That can change modes and become stationary with a huge gun, and then
Siege
if
tank.
he wants to move, he has to change again. Something like in Command and Conquer, I think, has something like
StarCraft.
that. StarCraft, yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
the siege
siege
tank in
tanks.
StarCraft.
The Goliath,
Siege
yeah.
tanks. Yeah, but in a one-person guys.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get tanks. I just don't think.
Oh yeah, no.
Because
There's
they
a
are
couple of
completely
movies that have that
unnecessary.
where they lock the giant mechs can lock down to become like artillery pieces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was in The Matrix as well.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, I think if we do have tanks, it's going to be because they make a bigger deal out of land battles,
Yeah.
which could certainly happen. But I actually don't see it happening soon. I think it would be after launch, and then they might be like, there are a lot of land battles happening without air support. We should probably add tanks to the game.
I mean,
Yeah.
Planet Side 2 for me was just going around in sky guards, pissing everybody off.
Yeah.
You can destroy a vehicle with that just as easily because it's a big, heavy fire rate gun.
The thing
That
is,
you
that
can
would
also
make,
aim
no,
straight up.
that would make sense if the game was more focused on infantry and land based vehicles, but as it is, and it has been from the start, it's all about spaceships.
Yeah.
At the
And
same
spaceships
time,
will own everything on the ground. Just like in the demo, the Gamescom demo, where the guy just rolled up with the freelancer and just blasted the guy, in smithereens.
Point blank. Best FPS weapon, freelancer. I think the real issue comes down to the fact that they need to figure out how to balance players on the ground versus ships in the air and make a reason why ships would be wary to attack ground targets.
if
And
they're
so-
actually going for combined arms, though, they're going to need APCs.
Yeah, that's kind of what the
It's this
Ursa
whole
is.
can of worms.
That's kind of
And
it.
then
Umbro.
tanks are to take out APCs because you got
Yeah.
tanks take out the APCs. APCs carry the troops.
That's
You-
that's
you-
but that's
you gotta
that's
just-
far down the line. That's not an immediate thing.
That's
And
sort of
if
what
they
I meant, yeah.
and if they just kind of said, "Hey, we've got a tank now," yeah, they'd probably sell well. But I don't think it would work well until they actually had everything else in place.
I actually definitely think it might happen in that we're going to see a lot of things like that can be built onto outposts, things like turrets and probably surface-to-air missiles, or even surface-to-space missiles. So you might not be able to get a ship anywhere near that outpost without dying.
Like the Tumbril.
orbit of a
One of
nearby.
the
Go ahead.
take on one of the Tumbril variants is a surface-to-air missile
Exactly.
launch platform.
Yep.
So that's completely reasonable.
Yeah, I
So
think
we'll go
we'll
on
be
take on.
more likely. I think it'll be more likely that we get like I said earlier, like a mobile weapons platform, something that's like one person
Yes.
driving that you can swap out for you have some missile hard points and you have some weapon hard points, but it's designed specifically to stay around bases and defend them from air attack.
So
Yeah, I can see it.
somebody brought up base defenses. I don't know how realistic they're going to get, but realistically, I could park myself in an orbit of a nearby planet, fire a large enough projectile, and just nuke your base. And it's like, all right, we're done here. Let's see ya. You wouldn't even know I was there unless you had sensors and a fleet in orbit to protect yourself.
I mean, that's
That reminds me
just
of
kind
the-
of expected with navies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
It
but that's
reminds me of the planetary bombardment from Babylon 5.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like space superiority is everything, and I don't know how much. If you want to speak lore wise, how much would they even invest in ground superiority? Probably once you lost space, you're done.
Unless they come up with a bullshit reason why spaceships are suddenly unable to do what they're best at.
Yeah.
Maybe ranges.
Let's move on to the next question because we've got a couple more questions still here. This comes from
that was a single question.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
that wasn't even a question. That was about what we'll do in 3.0 Evocati, and we went off on that other thing. welcome to the captain's table.
Wow.
We don't know shit. We go on tangents
the
wherever the
tangent
fuck we
table.
want to go to, man. So this next question comes from a guy who's called a very concerned Lancer owner. And he has a legitimate question, which I think we can answer pretty easily. He asks, do you think Lancers are ghost ships? Because I don't see these ships will ever get reworked in the next year or so. Basically,
Do I see what now?
do you think the Freelancer is like the 300, where it's kind of in a zone where nobody gives a shit about it anymore?
Give me a tank, please.
I
Wait,
think no.
talking about
I don't think the Freelancer's been abandoned. No. I think the Freelancer's just in a good spot, and you just have nothing to do with it right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think honestly, will it get reworked again before live? Yes, absolutely.
No,
They say
I
they
don't think
haven't,
so.
but I think everything is going to have to get reworked at some point.
I think the
agree. It was
Freelancer
done
as it is
before.
right now is finished, and they're gonna add the new variants. But they are reworking the 300 because they've already reworked the Freelancer, and I've no idea what the fuck people are talking about when they're saying that the Freelancer doesn't fit in with the game right
Well,
now.
they're really pissed now because the Cutlass kicks its ass. Because the Cutlass got reworked.
But the Freelancer got reworked before the Cutlass.
Yeah, but it was a long time. Like the Freelancer was what, like 2 years ago? No, almost.
Nah. No, it wasn't that long ago.
It was quite a while ago that it got reworked.
Yeah, but it's still it is, you know, the Cutlass got reworked to the level that the Freelancer got reworked to. So they're at the same.
No, well, the Cutlass just finished. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
they're on the same level. Personally,
The Freelancer still has a ton of missiles on it, though.
It does.
yeah, the Freelancer is very well, especially if you're flying the Freelancer Myth. It's insane. But I think it'll probably be fine for a while. I do expect them probably take another look at it down the line, closer to like 4.0.
Yeah, and
It's not. What I mean here is, it's not going to be a huge rework. It's going to be, we need to tweak this and that and fix this, and then it's fine.
yeah.
But
Not
they
like
would
the
be-
Cutlass,
they would
where they
be
basically
idiots.
completely changed the ship.
Well, the
They
problem
would be idiots if they didn't just bring out a Freelancer for the 2948 year and still keep the 2947.
Yeah. So
So
here's
it's like a new car but still the old one still exists.
Absolutely.
here's the
Misk is supposed to have more armor, though, isn't it?
here's the thing. One of the biggest concerns that freelancer owners have is that the Cutlass has a more cargo space. It's cheaper, and yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, it's probably gonna increase in price." So, yeah, but why should I own a
Wait a second.
freelancer when I have more weapons, more rolls, bigger cargo space? Well, fuck you, freelancer. I'm gonna go buy a Cutlass because it's better. And the answer is
Hang on.
to that is that you don't know all of the statistics behind it. Even in 2.6.3, fuel tanks are a huge deal when you're trying to go play for a long period of time, because you're going to need to be able to jump from place to place. And so fuel efficiency and fuel amount is a huge counterpoint to that, because they've also even said the Cutlass, even the reworked one, is still a short-range ship compared to the Freelancer, which can be modified to go even further. Go ahead, Dakon.
So hit me with this. I got both of them. I got a Cutlass and a Freelancer. So
Ooh, Mr.
you
Fancy.
just said the Cutlass holds more than the Freelancer.
The base Freelancer, because it can hold two different.
Yeah.
The new one can hold two different bikes, space bikes.
Didn't we see that with the?
Freelancer can hold one.
Well, how do we know it can only hold one?
They've showed us. Well,
Yep.
Also,
So they've shown us
the-
for sure that you can't squeeze a second one in there.
yeah. Well, they haven't.
that's
for
not
sure,
every-
but
But hold on,
didn't-
but
they
that's
didn't
not
come out
everything.
again.
That's just a bike.
yeah.
Now let's talk about stacking cargo in 3 dimensions. Will that cargo stack higher in the Cutlass to get more
I
cargo in
don't-
there? I
No.
really don't think so.
No, but that's not the entire thing. Is the Cutlass and the Freelancer are made by two completely different manufacturers, and I really hope that will come into play further along the game, because it's not just what it can do, but how it does it and how well it does it and for how long it does it. It's like comparing, for instance, like Misk is Ford.
Yeah.
I mean, even their
It's
commercials. are
Ford and
complete ripoffs
Toyota,
of Ford.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the Cutlass is Lada,
Yeah.
the Russian one. I mean, you can have basically the Russians made amazing vehicles in the 80s and the 90s in the Cold War, and they're made for surviving the tundra of Siberia and everything like that. But I would still get a Ford versus a Vaz or a Zaz or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, there's the good comparison for people who know this in like in Arma or DayZ. The Freelancer is like the Hilux, like the Toyota Hilux, whereas the
Cutlass.
the Cutlass is like the UAZ.
It can't be like a
US.
Toyota
Well,
because it actually explodes.
One thing I wanted to mention is I just looked up on the ship matrix. The Freelancer does still have significantly more cargo space than the Cutlass. 66 versus 46 SCU. But the other advantage that the Freelancer will have is something that's kind of been lost in the lore a little bit. I don't think people realize this, but the Freelancer is made with much better quality materials and components than the Cutlass.
Yeah, the Cutlass.
So
the Cutlass
will
is the
break down
Russians.
really-
The Cutlass is the Russian style of engineering. We're going to build it to work, and we're fixing it with bubble gum and duct tape. You know.
Yeah.
And lots of vodka. Whereas the MISC is like made by Toyota. It's very efficiently designed, and
Indestructible.
built. It's indestructible.
And this, look at this fucking Russian truck. It's completely utilitarian. It's 8x8, and it can go anywhere. That's the Cutlass.
And it has a giant missile on it.
It has a fucking giant missile on the back, but it's not supposed to be a direct comparison between a Freelancer and a Cutlass because they're supposed to be
different.
made for different things. Yeah.
Every Cutlass comes with an Adidas tracksuit.
Yes, it does. It's true.
and a special
Took a
Slav
vodka.
squat, a Slav squat emote that you can do in front of the Cutlass.
Dude,
Yeah, take pictures.
I'm a Slav. Don't you be taking.
What? You're going to tell me the Slav squat doesn't exist there, Darj? Are you going to deny the Slav squat?
Oh, he's salty.
Dude, I wear Puma, not Adidas.
Oh,
and he's classy. He has the top hat
Classy.
while he Slav squats in front of his ships. You know.
A fedora, I'll have you know.
All right. Next question comes from.
Can I Slav squat in this chair with a You're gonna watch me
Oh, he's
fall
doing
and bust
it.
my
He's
head
fucking
live on
doing
the
it.
internet.
Oh God, he is going to do it.
That's not a Slav squad, but A for
Close
effort.
enough.
Effort, yeah. Human Evil asks, do you all see that limit theory is back on track and now
The hell did I do?
now the guy, I guess he means the guy, is back at developing the game again. Also, has any of you tired of space game Rodinia? Tried the space game Rodinia. No, I haven't tried the space game Rodinia. And limit theory is cool, but limit theory is cool for people who like DCS. Because like
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So limit theory is a game that you have spaceships and you have to like walk through and you turn on the fusion reactor and like let that warm
like
up.
Rogue
is
and
it
that's
really like
Like
flight
Rogue System?
simulator one?
Yes. I believe that's
That's
the case.
exactly what Rogue System is. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
Um,
I'm more interested in stuff coming out like Dual Universe and Infinity Battlescape. Those look way
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah.
Mostly because they're aiming for single sharded everything. So they're going to say, "Hey, no instancing ever." So it's like, oh, Eve approach.
and the other one I haven't heard of Rodinia, so I'd have to look that up. So, but that's cool. Limit theory getting back on track is nice. Starfighter Inc. is also another cool one that's.
Yep.
But more space games, the better. I mean,
Yeah.
because the general really needs it. I mean, I do wonder if the space games are the new zombie shooter
They are.
of the 2017.
They are.
I don't think
100%
they've
are.
taken off. I don't think they've taken off
was
like
a
that yet.
whole-
But yeah, but
There
there's
was a whole
Hang
panel
on
at
real fast.
TwitchCon about that.
yeah, and the answer is that I think. I think we're in a situation where there actually isn't. There hasn't been a real takeoff. Like Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous have done okay, but Star Citizen hasn't released yet, so we haven't really seen the potential of it. There's been no DayZ in terms of like where you or PUBG, like where you see the origin of the genre and an explosion where everyone's trying to copy it and then make money off of it.
I think Star Citizen is going to be that. It's just going to be a slow burn.
Yeah, until Star Citizen comes out, you won't see the real the copycats from the big developers because it's still not proven.
We'll see, but let me just hit you here with just based on Twitch alone. Look at the top 5. We've got. I'm not talking in-game titles, but I'm talking. We got 2 first-person shooters, 2 MOBAs, and then I don't know what Lineage 2 Revolution is, but I'm sure it's a MOBA.
It's a MMO.
Lineage 2 is going to be
an MMO. So, have space games taken off? No, absolutely not. They have not, because the top 5 games on Twitch, none of them have space designs. They're all fantasy worlds.
Even in the top 20.
Exception of Counter-Strike and PUBG. They're fantasy worlds.
Can I...
Go ahead.
One of the reasons I got into Star Citizen in the first place was because I literally could not find a space game to play. There were none. Zero.
There was X. There was X, but you can call that
X was garbage.
X was garbage, though.
X Rebirth was the biggest disappointment than most.
Terrible. I was mad that I couldn't get a refund.
I wanted to play a good space game, and that was what I was looking for. I literally searched for good space games, and you know what the recommendation was?
Freelancer?
Line of Defense?
Freelancer.
Yeah.
It was Freelancer.
Which was
Like,
came out in
I
2002.
I have the perfect game for you to try out.
What's that?
Line of Defense.
Oh, yeah.
Give me that sign. Where's that sign at?
Hey, guess what, everybody?
Get him. Mobile. Oh, Revolution. Lineage 2 Revolution is a mobile game. All right.
Is it a mobile MOBA? Is it a mobile MOBA or mobile MMO or something like that? I know it's
a
an
mobile
MMO.
one.
I know it's been.
No, this doesn't look like a mobile
You
game.
stream a mobile game.
Lineage
It
2
might be a mobile game.
Lineage 2 is a mobile game because they've been or what's his name
Didn't they have that at
Coco.
TwitchCon like everywhere? Or was I thinking of something else? They had something. They had these cosplayers walking out every 30 minutes with like their own security crew, rushing people out of the way. Like, what am I? There's a billion cosplayers here. I'm not going to harass your 5 people. Leave me alone. Anyways,
it's a mobile
mobile game. You're right.
All right, next.
How many more M's they're gonna tack onto that title? It's a MMO now.
MMO.
So
actually, it says MMORPG, so it might be an MMO. I don't know.
Next question comes from Gundam Citizen, who asks, "Why is it that people hate the game developer? Sign on someone's wall." Because he makes terrible games. I will say that. Like, the man cannot make a game to save his fucking life, and then tries
That's
to...
That's not the reason why we hate him.
No.
Wouldn't be enough to make...
No, okay, let me explain. He can't make a game to save his life. He's been publicly ridiculed for his terrible games. And he had a chance of making a good game in the early 90s, and it was decent, but then everything else he's made since then has been either a rehash of that or just bad. And then, on top of that, he has the balls. He has the balls to criticize other games for doing something similar. Not just Star Citizen. He's done this with other games as well. And to doing something exactly what he did. Like, he charges premium prices to get in, like $140 pack to even get into the fucking game at one point.
Yep.
And he's
Call
super
yourself
late.
A game developer like that. If you spend more time trolling other games than you do developing your own
because
games,
he doesn't care about being a game developer.
He's a tier 1 game developer with 2 PhDs, I'll have you know.
My point being is the reason why we don't talk about him much here is because he's really there's no purpose to it. He has no. If he had done a game that was worth a shit, then we talk about him because
right.
This matters.
The biggest thing about him is unfortunately just sort of the levels of damage he was able to create before everybody learned just how useless he is.
Yeah, he had some early steam, and some people bought into it, and then most people were like, "Wait, this guy's full of shit." See ya.
So here's the thing.
He managed to create some chaos.
I will give more props to someone
I was there in Manchester when Sandy was in tears on stage. because of his FUD campaign.
Um,
And that wasn't a pretty sight, and he should be ostracized by everybody just for
Yes.
causing that.
the
But
problem is that he just us talking about him helps him. He's probably jerking himself off right now because
Unfortunately,
because of this. Because we're
Oh, he
talking
has
about it.
orgasm multiple
Oh,
times.
I'm sorry. Every time he
he's
hears us
blowing a
talking about
tranny right now.
he's gonna sue you, Darj. He's gonna sue you for saying that. That he blew his
I'd be good fucking
that,
luck.
he blew his transmission in his car as he was masturbating furiously on the highway. You know, that's
Yes.
Exactly.
though, like
probably-
I will give more credit to people like the developers of Take on Mars, to the developers of fucking.
Adrift.
Adrift. These guys work their asses off, and while it's like Take on
Right.
Mars is not a perfect game, and it's not a hugely popular game. If you play it, I guarantee you can see where the origins was. It's like The Martian, the video game. They even have a single player campaign, which is pretty cool. Is it the
Or
best
like,
game of all time? No.
Potatoes.
But it's
Hellion.
Hellion. These are all decent games
love
made by
Hellion.
people who are very passionate and are doing their best to work with what they got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's good
I
to
will
be
give-
passionate
It's a
at
great
work.
game. What are you
I
guys
will
talking
give-
about?
And
I
they
would-
put their effort into making the game instead of creating strife.
Which is the
Right.
reason why we should give them attention and not this other guy who doesn't matter.
Well,
in
the
the
funny
realm.
thing is, I backed in like 2013
Yeah.
Star Citizen. I went on and did other things, and I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
And I was playing No Man's Sky, and it was because of the backlash of No Man's Sky and everyone like him hating on it that I remembered I backed Star Citizen and came back and
Yeah.
blew like $2,000 in the game,
Yeah.
and eventually just ended up pushing over like 5.
So
All
I
right.
just wanted to make one more point. If you're ever wondering whether or not you should take him seriously, just remember that the guy has had a grudge on Chris Roberts since the mid '90s.
Yeah,
so about
right.
22
So-
years now.
Here's the reality is that I was talking-
Probably not someone who has like a
A grasp on reality.
No.
Exact.
It's bad
he-
for the health. It's really bad for health. He's really gonna kill the hell out of
Wingman
Damn.
himself mentioned. I actually met Wingman at FirstCon. He told a story about how they received a letter in the middle of them working on Wing Commander 3, which was incoherent and rambling, and talked about how he was going to sue Chris Roberts for stealing all his game ideas. And at the time, everyone in the studio was like, "What the fuck? Who the fuck wrote this? What?" What the fuck is this? And they just were confused about a crazy man writing them a letter. And it wasn't until this whole other drama showed up that he and the people who were working with him at the time, who were still working with him, a lot of those guys who were making Wing 3 are in the Manchester office, and some of them are in the Austin office, and so on and so forth. That they remembered that letter from 1996 or whatever, 94 that he wrote before he made Battlecruiser, and so like that's how long lasting his grudge is. That's how long lasting it is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'll be right back.
Okay, now we can move
we
on.
We were saying Tess
Move on,
is a
move on
psychopath.
quickly.
Moving
Move
on.
on to things that matter.
Yes.
Paul, we were saying how Tessa is a sociopath or whatever.
Yeah. Well, Tessa is
She
a
learned
sociopath.
from the best.
Talon's Bane asks to all, if you could choose a specific person to voice the computer expressions of your ships, who would it be? He says he'd choose James Earl Jones. Dr. Jones, who would you choose?
David Spader.
David Spader. Interesting choice.
Ooh.
Captain Dux, who would you choose?
What was the question?
If you could choose one person to do like the voice of your ship,
Probably some stupid anime shit.
do you know? Like, do you have any person who any actor you'd want to?
Not off the top of my head, actually. No.
Okay. Tacon, how about you?
Oh gosh. Well, nobody from Warframe because I muted those voices. Fucking-
Rebecca's crying right now. Space Mom is crying right now.
well, you know what? Space Mom should come up with something new to save the 1,000th time around a mission. Okay. So yeah, I'd have to give that a lot of thought. I would say Mark Hamill would be a fun one. Although that may be repetitive after playing Squadron 42, might be like a little off. Just because I know he does a lot of really good voice work. A lot of people don't. Well,
Mr. Torque from Borderlands.
if
by an order of magnitude.
I would go with Mark Hamill, but not with the same voice he'd use in Squadron 42. Give me like a Joker or something originally came with. Billy West would be another
trickster.
One.
I'd say Randy Savage.
There we go. Billy West. Boom. Done. Billy West. Billy West. Final answer.
Randy Savage AI.
How about you, Nakara? Who would you choose? Billy West is actually a good choice though, because he's got such a good voice role.
Yes.
Nakara,
he's done a lot of voices. That'd be good.
Who would you choose to be the voice of your ship in game if you had a choice?
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion, good choice.
I almost said that. That's good.
Yeah. He's got a good.
Either that.
He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything good.
It's not a terrible choice.
I don't think I can focus. Oh man!
Sorry, what were we gonna say, Paul?
What were we doing?
I was gonna say, like the question is, which Nathan Fillion? Are we talking Mal? Are we talking Cade 6? Are we talking
Castle?
Castle? Because they're all three characters. Yes, he has the same voice, but he has different tonal. Like Cade 6 is a rambling, funny guy. And
Cade 6 would be amazing. It would be amazing.
My second choice, though, very, very close second choice, would be Alan Tudyk as Wash from Firefly.
That would be a good one. And he actually does voice work.
With a mustache or without a mustache?
Of course, with the mustache. Yeah, 100%.
Good man.
You have to hear the mustache.
How would you tell that he had the mustache on when he was doing a voice? I'm not sure.
How couldn't you tell? Be fair.
I just want to lock on a missile and fire it and just hear snap into a Slim Jim.
How about you, Darsh? Who would you choose?
Okay, I'm gonna have to share my thought process for this one ever since you asked the question, because it wouldn't be a person, it would be a character.
Okay.
And so I was thinking, which sort of character from a movie that I love or a TV show that I love would be perfect for it, for the comedic value. And I was thinking, all of a sudden it came to my head, Dr. Evil. But then I went one step further. It wouldn't be Dr. Evil. It would be Frau Verbissima!
Yes!
Fire the missiles!
That would be good. Holy shit, dude!
Oh my god! See, I'm gonna go brand new. One of my most favorite characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to date, which is introduced in Thor Ragnarok. And if you haven't seen the movie, you should. And I'd have Korg, just because it could be like, "What up? Hey, this is your ship.
Hey, dudes.
They're firing at you. Hey, this Dave is firing at you."
And speaking of, if you want to go watch Justice League, don't.
Just don't.
No, go watch Thor instead if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's listen. Thor is a fun movie. It is. I don't think it's a
so
great movie, but it's a fun movie to watch. No one said Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is the easy choice. That's why no one chooses Morgan Freeman.
Okay, I have a third choice.
Or Samuel L. Jackson.
You guys want to hear my third choice?
Sure.
Go.
GLaDOS.
GLaDOS. Okay, yeah. My second choice, because when someone said Nathan Fillion made me realize that I'd probably want something similar, but I would choose. What am I blanking?
Wheatley?
Not Wheatley.
Okay.
I was going to choose Zoidberg. Because of Billy West. Billy West Zoidberg. Because I think that would just like when a missile's coming at you, just like, like screaming in your ears as the missile's coming at you.
So Billy West then.
Yeah.
I have the standard voice attack, so I might actually try to see what I can make.
I think the other Portal character I would choose actually is Cave Jones.
Yes. But that would actually mean having a lemon cannon.
On
the ship.
So, no, I just had another. Here's my other one. I want the Carl's Jr. voice for Idiocracy.
Oh yeah.
Firing missiles. Fuck you.
Actually, I haven't seen that movie. I have a feeling I would have to watch that movie too.
Go watch the movie. Go watch that movie.
Go.
It's so good.
God.
It's done by the same guy who did. It's written by the same guy who did Beavis and Butthead, and
it's a Mike. Is it a Mike Judge movie?
Mike Judge movie. It's written by Mike Judge.
Holy shit! I should have known that.
It's written by the same guy who did Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill. So.
I love King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's that same kind of humor, but it's like
Hank. No, I changed my answer to Hank Hill.
Hank Hill. Yes.
New concept ship. New concept ship. The Dildozer.
The Dildozer. All right.
Is that Van Joel firing at you? That boy and right, I tell you what.
Whoa! You know, like every time, missile! Whoa! I can't do a Hank Hill, but
No, nobody can do Hank Hill apart from the guy who did Hank Hill.
I've seen some pretty close people. Stuart 13088. By the way, that was Mike Judge. By the way, the guy who did Hank Hill. He did the voice of Hank Hill.
Who asked the question?
Stuart 13088 asks, "What ships do you think will appear for sale during the or will not appear?" Okay, he's asking what ships will not appear for the anniversary sale. And
usually the ones that
Idris,
No
the
ship.
Idris,
Limited
Well,
quantity ones.
limited
the
usually.
Phoenix.
Javelin.
Javelin, Idris, Phoenix. I'm
Come on, man.
600 die. I think MT 600 die is going to show up again.
What?
The Polaris wasn't available last year.
The
because it just came out.
Glaive and the Scythe won't.
Yep.
Polaris won't.
Why are
Bagel.
we saying the Javelin one? I got mine last year, anniversary sale.
Have fun
Oh,
crewing
okay.
that thing.
Yeah, but
Bagel then.
But they had a limited quantity, and the year before
It
that,
was
even
limited,
though
yes.
the year before
Fleet
that they
90
had the
jump won't
Javelin
be out.
as well. They didn't.
Wait,
allow
are there any ships made by manufacturers that aren't on the list?
We might see a concept.
Kruger,
I mean,
Intergalactic,
Yeah.
Crusader,
Wh-
which makes
What's
the
What's
Crusader
Tumbrel?
actually-
What's
Oh,
We
Tumbrel?
forget about them.
yeah, Crusader Industries, which is
The Tumbrel is actually made by
it's made by Tumbrel. It's the name of the company.
yeah.
Oh, so
The name of the
Tumbrel's
company
on
is
the,
Tumbrel.
not on the list.
No,
Tumbrel made by Tumbrel, confirmed.
But there is the last 3 days of the sale is all manufacturers.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
So do we have any speculation on what the new ships, plural, will be?
yes, we do.
300 rework.
I think the concept ships are probably going to be the Pisces and the it'll be a ground it'll be a ground vehicle. It'll be
Tank.
not the tank.
Okay.
It'll
Please.
be
No! Tank!
it'll be the Ursa, the fancy Ursa, the one that comes with
The Lynx.
Carrack, the Lynx.
The Schmerza.
The Lynx. It'll be the
Lynx.
Lynx, the Lynx and the Pisces. I think
Oh.
it'll be.
Well, the Lynx doesn't come with the Ursa. The Ursa, or sorry, with the Carrack. The
It
Carrack
does.
has the Carrack has the Ursa.
No, it has a
No.
Lynx.
No, it doesn't.
Because
Carrick
they
has
should
Lynx
switch
and the
Lynx.
Pisces.
Links.
They
I
from
don't
as
think
far
so.
as last time I heard
Also-
it was the Lynx and the Pisces.
Also, as soon as the Pisces comes out, everybody's gonna be figuring out what the new size of the Carrack is because it has to fit into the
Inside the
landing
Carrack.
bay of the Carrack.
Which means that you'll be able to carry some other things. Next question comes
interesting.
with Apollonosis 01. I was Apollonosis. I think it's
Get
right.
a better name. The fuck?
Who asks,
Fewer syllables, please.
do you think with the level of polish that they release patches, example, I wouldn't care if the NPCs... Or do you agree with the level of polish that they release with patches? Example, I wouldn't care if the NPCs
What?
3.0
What?
patch didn't move so long as they indent in the future. As
Do I
they did in
what?
the future. So do you think that the level of polish is too much
Oh.
for CIG release patch?
Yeah.
For Alpha,
NPCs
yes.
don't
For
be
CIG,
close.
no.
Nope,
There's,
it's about
there's a
right.
difference. There's Alpha level of polish, and there's CIG level of polish.
They actually probably don't even meet their own standards. They probably end up about somewhere halfway between. But I think it's reasonable to a degree because some things you need to polish more than others simply because it is a live game and they treat it like a live game.
Yeah,
and
it's the first game where Alpha is publicly available
yeah. In some not the first game that's ever been done like that, but it's the first game where like
on the scale.
what they're looking to do is different from say Ark, which had its foundation built and done when it first released, and then they just
But
added
that was
on top
more
of it.
early beta, I'd say. instead of,
Yeah,
like,
it
pure
was
alpha.
most of the early access games are probably more in an alpha stage. Like DayZ was probably in a similar way, and look how long it's taken DayZ to make. There are games like this that take a long time when they're trying to build for a live environment. It's kind of weird. The one thing I will say is that there are some things they just didn't need to do. Like the new quantum drive stuff is cool. totally didn't need to work on it. It was a waste of effort for this early on in terms of making it polish and work like that.
Then again, it's people who are not even involved in other areas. There's so many people right now at CIG that the people that like if they even if they had half the people working on just fixing bugs to go out to PTU, which is still way too many people.
Yep.
Sounds like a lot of people working on 42 as well, though.
I think the QD did need some love simply because we're going to be in QD longer. And if you want new people coming in, you want them to see the coolness, you know?
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff could have been brought in when they did Interdiction, when they started developing Interdiction, because a lot of this stuff is needed for Interdiction, but Interdiction's not in 3.0. We don't know when it's going to be added in.
Yep.
Tank, please.
True.
Got you. I got you. Give you a tank. I'm just gonna replace. I'm gonna replace Dux's screen with a tank. That's all I'm gonna do.
There you go.
Captain
Do
Tank.
it.
You know.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a fish tank.
A fish tank. You have a tank in your hangar.
Already.
Yeah.
2 of them actually.
Um,
I got problems.
Okay, so I wanted to go and do the research on this. In the mini game for the Carrack, it says that it comes with an Ursa rover.
okay, I think that's changed though. I think that's because they.
It very well may have. It's been a long time, and it just went into production, so it may have changed to the Lynx.
Isn't the Lynx a luxury though?
Are you complaining about an upgrade?
Well, I actually don't think the Lynx would be an upgrade because the Ursa is the exploration rover, and it's an exploration ship. So I think the Lynx would be worse.
It's a luxury rover. It has a jacuzzi in the back with the bitches.
Maybe they're gonna upgrade us.
How
and give
wait?
us
How
a
many
better
bitches?
vehicle.
That could be an upgrade if there's more than
17 bitches.
That is an upgrade. 17 bitches is an upgrade.
Oh,
This
but
next.
I'm pretty sure that we'll get a Carrack Q&A and reveal just like we did with the Pioneer, like on the same level, and then everybody's questions will be answered, and then everybody on Reddit is gonna get into an uproar because it's not the same ship they promised 3 fucking years ago.
They could fix
Can I-
that
can-
by just
can
making
I
it
get
more
some-
of an APC, something even bigger than an Ursa.
They could fix that by adding a tank.
Yes. Can they on an exploration ship, because we seek out new life and blow it the fuck up. That's what we do.
That's the American way.
Amen.
We come in
just
peace.
realized-
Boom. You know.
And I just realized,
Shoot the kill.
I just realized I'm the only non-American here.
Can we get a bunch of
Don't worry,
gay
Canard is
codes in the
Canadian.
chat?
Canard is
Not
Canadian.
American.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
American.
sorry, but you're far closer to being an actual American than I am.
Don't worry, you'll have oil
We're
sooner or
calling
later.
Americans, though.
The next question comes from Gundam Citizen, who asks, "Did everyone like the trailer for Deadpool?" And he links it, which I'll link in chat. It's actually a really funny trailer.
It's amazing.
I haven't
new
seen
one?
it.
Hold
I
on.
keep meaning to.
Here, I'll put it in chat. Go watch it now. It's
Okay.
it's getting wet
Okay, I'll be
on
right back.
getting wet on wet with Deadpool, and it's a Bob Ross parody. It's so good.
It's
so
the Bob
good.
Ross one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't actually watched it.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna
2 minutes,
watch it
2 minute
now.
break while we watch.
Everybody else, shut the fuck up.
So let's talk more about everything in his ear. Yeah.
That's 2 minutes. I'm on watching it now. I'll watch it later.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a long.
sure
It's a long.
good.
One.
I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good.
So
Soylent Green. I love that he's using Soylent Green as paint.
Yes.
That's all I need to know.
next question comes from Tom Reckner, who asks, "If you watch too many space sunsets, will all your testosterone evaporate?"
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
You also
You're replaced by estrogen, and
you're
you'll
all-
be on The View.
it's what's going to happen is you'll end up it's like a disease. It's like a horror movie where these people who've been chasing the sunset, they're found like curled up in a ball, crying, really like bawling their eyes out. Look, it's so beautiful. Oh my god, I can't.
I'm just laughing at Darsh's come. You'll be on The View.
You can shoot the sun with a tank.
Oh my god. That was perfect.
As long as he doesn't blow a train.
That's never gonna not be on on the table now from now on. Is the blow a tranny?
Don't blow a tranny on the View, please. Please don't do that.
That's bad. Why are you driving onto the set of The View? That's the real question.
No, I think he was talking about Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh. Twitch, I'm
Welcome
sorry.
to the last captain's table ever.
YouTube,
It's all over.
I'm not sorry.
Demonetized.
Yeah, I haven't tried to monetize a captain's table since the apocalypse, since the adpocalypse, because this shit happens all the fucking time. If it isn't C Dizzle saying something racist to Fast Cart, then it's Darsh blowing a tranny on fucking screen or whatever.
You could blow a tranny with a tank.
Holy shit.
God
Oh man.
God damn.
This is actually what I dream of. I just want to make people laugh. I'm not funny enough to become a stand-up comedian.
It was such a throwaway. It was so perfect. It was like, yeah, your estrogen levels rise, and then you'll start showing up on The View. Perfect. Oh my god.
Next question comes from Thrace Fulton, who asks, besides the welding, cutting, drilling hand tool, what other kits are you hoping for to have for FPS play, i.e. machete, NVGs, binoculars, spotting scopes? I think a lot of that stuff, a lot of that stuff is probably going to be into your helmets. Like I imagine NVGs, you'll have like the add-ons, or you'll have specific helmets that have NVGs on them. I'm almost wondering if that's not a thing for tweaking. Like you get a base helmet and you're like, hey, I want to add night vision goggles, so you have to like take it to a guy who will like install night vision sensors on your helmet, and you might sacrifice one thing for another. Oh, that's the first gift that ever happened. Thank you, Dr. Jones, gifting and 499 sub to Zoo. Awesome, dude.
Zoo's one of my mods.
Zoo's been a long time supporter of the channel. I don't think he's ever been able to sub, so enjoy that sub there, Zoo.
Take it a step further, the entire
He's a mod for a
community.
lot of channels, actually. Yeah. He mods for Mighty Rat.
He's a big support to the community. So I wanted to throw something, so there it is.
Thank you. Let's get some shots in chat, some shares and shots in chat for Dr. Jones, given that to that wonderful gift to Zoo. But I think that's definitely a place. Either that, or that's where you can get the like randomized loot, or like where you find the helmets, the same helmet you have, but has the NVGs and scopes and all that kind of stuff. So you have to like purchase them rather than being able to upgrade them. That would be another way of doing things. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
What was the question?
The question is, what other kind of gear would you have for FPS play? Because we're already going to have like the welding, repairing, cutting tool, the paw tool.
Well, there's things like the decoys. There's like the personal shields, anti-personnel mines. Things that still need to come along.
Gravity grenades.
Yeah.
There needs to be like deployable drones. Yeah, Dr. Jones will like that.
Yes.
that will let you scout out the entire battlefield,
Or even for explorers,
without leaving the safety of your position.
Yeah, even explorers would be helpful to have mobile, like, because you have a drone, you walk out of your ship, you toss the drone out, and the drone kind of just scans the area to looking for like details the ship.
Like the pups from Prometheus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Repair tool.
Why is it so quiet?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Quiet there.
What?
So someone asked
I'm
plasma burn
multitasking.
repair tool, the paw. It's called the paw repair tool, which is a reference to
Super cool.
the repair bears. It's a multi-tool. You'll see it if you look up paw, PAW, all capitals, repair tool Star Citizen. You'll see some concept work of it. It's
Right. And they showed a guy at CitizenCon, like when they were walking around Levski's, just working on a piece of thing with it.
Yeah.
all right. Next question comes from Tom Reckner, who asks, will Star Citizen's community survive becoming popular?
I thought we were popular.
We are popular.
You'll hear. Okay, so this is going to be like I'm going to be Mr. Negative here.
Go for
it. Here's the price of popularity. Is you're going to get you're going to get an influx of people who don't think like you do, and it's going to suck. And you should have to deal with it, because if they're here to stay, they're fucking not leaving. So I would say just try to have an open mind and realize that they haven't been here since the start, and that's okay.
Yeah,
and they're probably not going to agree with your shit. So
the whole Intel thing really put everything to mainstream, didn't it?
well, no, I 100%
exposure, yes, but mainstream,
exposure.
fucking no.
I think 3.0 is gonna receive a big influx of established YouTube Let's Players and Twitch streamers that are
going to expose a lot of the gameplay to other people. Yeah.
Squadron 42 will do that more than 3.0, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, 3.0 has been, I don't know, thing is, because even Google skews your searches and keeps you inside of your own bubble instead of exposing you to the average of what is, the gaming community. So you don't, even if you Google 4-star citizen, you won't get the same results as somebody completely out. I don't know, but I've been, there's been so much that's been talked about how 3.0 is the big thing, the next big thing that's gonna bring so many people from the outside in. But at the same time, you have to kind of consider that most gamers don't even fucking know what Star Citizen is.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was going to say, I think the majority of the gaming community has maybe heard of it offhandedly, but most of it have not even fucking heard about it. Like, think about Ducks. Ducks backed in 2013 didn't even think about Star Citizen until last year when No Man's Sky came out and crashed and burned like a fucking crater, like a fucking meteor. And then he's now invested a lot of money and time into the game to the point where he's streaming it. Right, Ducks?
Well, not streaming it.
He has the hat.
Well, you did used to stream it. I remember you used to stream it.
2.6 until I got annoyed with Tessa.
Yeah. But
I'm not really into the whole Star Marine thing or the PvP scene. More or less in an org that's gonna do with transportation and stuff. So
yeah,
my content is extremely limited for what I have interest in doing, such as exploration.
But the fact is that someone like you is an example that you were able to find it because of something else. But even like if you looked at Twitch right now, how many people are watching Star Citizen? I guarantee you it's 500 or less. If you look at something Destiny 2, it's probably in the top 20 of Twitch. And they're both science fiction games, but Star Citizen is not popular right now. And when there's more people come in, you expect something more like Destiny 2 in terms of looking at it. Like, I think that's my projection.
As soon as a few of the big names, especially on YouTube, start picking it up, like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even I'm gonna fucking hate myself for saying that, but PewDiePie.
I don't think PewDiePie's gonna play this game, but yeah, he could.
PewDiePie is devious. He will latch on to everything that he thinks will get him one more cent than another thing. He is a despicable human being, and he will do everything.
Well, tell us how you really think.
Wow.
No, he is all about the money. There's nothing I like about the man. But as soon as one of those big names latches onto it and gives out just a single video, you're going to see so many other people that are completely disconnected from what the current Star Citizen community is. He's going to just bring in all this new...
Speaking of the whole thing like that, though, with... we'll continue on. Just, sorry.
No, you're fine.
No, but I'm wondering at what sort of level Star Citizen as a game is going to be...
Steady?
At that time to actually keep new players in.
Yeah, because that was what I was going to bring up, is the fact that someone brought up like Warframe. It's like Warframe is a better comparison. The problem about Warframe is that Warframe is popular, but it's when Eidolon came out, everyone was losing their fucking minds watching Eidolon, and then it slowly dropped off, and now it's back down to where it was before. So the key,
I think it was a very quick drop off. It was like what, 3 weeks?
yeah,
There
They
was a
were
lot-
also paying for views. The devs were. They were
Yeah.
paying for views by having drops, and when the drops dried up, the viewership dried up.
yeah,
Yes.
and so the answer is that the reality is that I don't think Star Citizen is going to grow much beyond the content creators we have right now, or
Probably
beyond the community we have right now. We will have more people who play
That's
in the
okay
community,
because we got this.
but there's a difference between people playing it because they have the game now, and those who play it who aren't playing at all. Like there's lots of people who just bought the game and never came back, and there'll be people who play who never participate in the community, like watching videos or anything. I mean, for instance, I play Destiny 2. I've only streamed it once. I played Destiny 1. I never streamed it at all. I never participated in discussions. I never went to the Destiny subreddit. I never went to the official forums. I just played the game. And the number of people who exist like that will be a significant portion. So I don't think that the community itself will change significantly once it becomes more popular. But I also don't think Star Citizen will ever be a PUBG, for instance. I don't think it's ever going to be that kind of sensation in the gaming world. It'll be something like a Half-Life, where people will be like, "It's the best game ever! Oh my god!" And like everyone will be like, "Oh my god, shut the fuck up! We know it looked good. Holy shit! Yes, we know it's revolutionary."
Still my favorite game.
Half-Life 2?
Because of the revolution it brought to gaming.
Pick
Well-
up Black Mesa sometime if you can. It's
First-
a
I
remake.
have played it several times and I'm still fucking waiting for Zen. God damn it!
I know. They haven't put Zen in yet. I don't understand what's up with that.
Wow.
I think since Mark Abrams left Black Mesa and went to CIG, I think just everything just dropped off.
Yeah, forgot that Mark Abent worked there. He also worked on Insurgency, the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was
Dude
another
is
game I backed
he's
as well.
super talented.
Yeah, he is, and I'm glad he's back on Bug Smashers.
All right. Next question, though. I think it's a good question, though. But I think it will survive, and I think the answer is that when it becomes popular, there'll be a dip off. People will dip down to the people who just like, oh well, this is fun, but man, I'm done after a week or two.
One more thing,
Yeah.
quickly. There was another game I backed before I backed Star Citizen, and it failed miserably because it got bought out by developers and publishers that didn't know what the hell they were doing.
You mean EA?
Firefall. Oh fuck, man. Thanks for
never
reminding me of
heard.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
never heard of that. What is that?
I think if I remember
Or what
correctly,
was
it was a
that?
space MMO, wasn't it? Or like not a space MMO, but it was a MMO.
Yeah.
That was like sci-fi, like a sci-fi MMO, but like WoW style still.
A little bit. It was supposed to be more of not it wasn't supposed to be that MMO. It was supposed to be like a like a Planet Side 2
Yeah.
like invasion by AI. But the company that bought it out decided to turn it into some sort of MMO, which kind of killed it.
Yeah.
Because we really liked in the beginning the whole Borderlands feel of it, where you get like lots of drops and everything, like different like blue, purple, green, white, whatever like that, and it was great then. But they destroyed it. We liked it. It was like Borderlands was new at the time, and it had that feel, and they turned it into WoW with space.
All right, we've got a couple of questions left. We can get through this pretty quickly. The next question comes from the real MJ, real Mr. J, who asks, "What
Michael
is
Jackson or Mary Jane Watson?
or Mr. Joker, the Joker, Mr. J?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Mr.
yeah.
J.
Put in.
What is the Pisces supposed to do? It's
Things.
It's-
Be a spaceship.
Stuff.
well, we
It's
know
supposed to
It's
be
a scout ship. It'll
Yeah.
scout.
it's a scout
like
ship
an
for
85X.
a ship. Yeah, kind of like that.
85X sized, but with actual purpose instead of just transporting people.
Yeah.
I think it's
might-
my
Might
BMW
have
in
a jump
space.
drive too. Because the
Nakara.
Carrick's a pretty big ship, so it might be.
Fuck BMW. Fuck BMW.
For all we know, the character's going to grow in size as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, it will.
It will.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It better.
So there's going to be value on a large exploration ship to have a small ship
Wallet eater.
to have a small ship to scout jump points, because that first jump point traversal is not going to be any fun if you're flying a Carrack.
Then again, a Carrack is supposed to be the size of ship where it's not meant to be very nimble and usable for planetary landings and space station docking and stuff like that. So you're meant to have like a shuttle that's supposed to carry the important people from your Carrack to wherever it's going.
Yeah, but the Carrack's still supposed to be able to land.
No. Carrack's supposed to land 100%.
But it's
has the
huge.
ocean
Yes.
rover in
Yes,
its belly.
okay, yeah, but it's not supposed to be like.
Like
Or
what he's saying is that you land, but you don't take off and land, and you don't explore with the Carrack as much as you. The Carrack is a
It's
base.
supposed to be like a base.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what you're doing, but it looks funny.
My chair was eating my headphone cord.
Oh, no. Right. I know that. I have
that
4
happens.
cables on the floor next to my chair, and I work very hard every time I'm on the podcast to keep still.
Yeah.
And the other question was, will there be more 600 variants? And I don't think there are. I think there's just 2. Is what their plan was, at least.
Yeah.
So.
I don't
The
necessarily.
luxury one, and it's not really built for combat, so I don't see a
It's
point by it.
luxury and exploration, kind of, whatever the other one is, but...
I just wanted to, like the 890 jump, to land in water and act as a yacht.
Yeah. Party yacht.
I mean, there's always Terra, so it could always happen.
And green.
Hello,
Bear
cat.
Owl asks, which of the scanning ships do you think is best suited to have as an early warning? Something to see torpedo alpha strike ships coming before they get in range of your mining fleet. And why?
Terrapin, probably.
There's things like Terrapin, Hornet Tracker, Carrack, and so on. Probably a Terrapin because it's designed to do that. It's a military scout ship that's designed to
Yeah,
scout.
something like
And
that.
the Carrack
Oh.
is more designed for other things,
Yeah.
such as
Like
larger
jump
Long range
point.
destroyers.
exploration. Like you'll see a
Yeah.
Carrack in a fleet, but if it's Carrack's in a fleet, it's designed as a scientific measuring outpost, something like a weather station, if you were.
You
Like
can always have an Idris with the big dome on the back.
yeah,
What? I'm sorry. What did
You
you
can
just
see
say?
everything.
the Idris.
What with the Idris?
What's the Idris?
Oidris? What's an Oidris?
Yeah,
Idris.
it's an Oidris. Yeah.
What's an Oidris?
Idris.
Oi.
I don't know how he says so many different ways and never can make up their mind.
No, correctly, it is Idris. Just like the actor Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. But it's
Yeah.
not spelled like Idris Elba because Idris Elba spells it with an
Yeah,
E.
it is.
Yeah, it is. No, it is.
Is
It's
it spelled
spelled
with an
exactly
I?
the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both I. They're
They
both
really
I.
should consider a Starliner that's converted to be like a AWACS or something like that.
They have that. That's one of the Starliners. There's 3 variants of the Starliner they're looking to do: a military version, a AWACS version, and then there's another one that I can't remember that's not passenger related. It's like a like a luxury version. I think it's the 3rd one.
Are we ever even going to hear about that ship again? There are like
Which one?
300 people who bought it.
Yeah,
Which ship? Which ship?
the
Starliner.
Starliner? Oh, fuck.
Most of them being IG Air.
Convertible drop top Skyliner. Yeah.
I 100% think we will hear about it again when they need it because it's the only ship that is designed to transport troops. And so when they actually do ground combat, which is one of the next questions from Riddlin SC, so there's that transition, bitch.
For fuck's sake.
Paul. But the Starliner is not meant to transport troops. What the hell? Because
Yes.
it has stewardesses and luxury.
There's a troop
There's a
transport-
variant. There's a troop transport variant.
There's a troop transport.
Yes,
of the-
there is a troop transport variant.
Well, I mean, it won't have.
It would have. I can imagine the waitresses in like camo like skirts and everything walking around being like, "Hello, General. Would you like a
making
beer?"
hot towel.
Yeah. I'm trying to land in a combat zone. It's okay. I have some ribs for you, sir. Now imagine that waitress is tack on, and that's even better.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Next,
Oh,
but the next question is similar. Do you think we'll see large land, air, space battles happening seamlessly in an area with more than 64 players, or will we only have small skirmishes between orgs or players? I think it depends.
Yes, is the answer to that question.
I think the answer is look at Eve. Why do Eve massive battles happen? because someone fucks up. Because someone forgets.
Oh my god! I got a story. I got a story for this. All right, so here we go. All right, you want to hear about a colossal fuck up? Here we go. All right, so quick story. Not story. Quick little lesson on how mechanics work in Eve. So there are different tiers of ships, ship hulls in Eve. They go from a frigate to super capital ships. This story involves super capital ships. Super capital ships can take stargates in and out of a system. All right? That was a recent change at the time of the story. So, our alliance, who hated another alliance that we splintered off from, and took every chance we could to fuck them up because we hated them, caught their entire super capital fleet moving by gate. Jump. This is considered extremely insecure, and you have to take a lot of effort and time to scout the route you're taking. Otherwise, you could have what happened to them.
Have to.
You should scout because these things are worth hundreds of dollars in real life money.
Yes.
So we catch them jumping gate to gate and. Yeah, scout the route. Yeah. We catch them jumping gate to gate. And I wish I could find the battle report for now because this happened maybe 2 years ago. We absolutely obliterated these guys. Why? Because they were being fucking cheap and lazy. Why
didn't they just light a Sino and go?
Why didn't they light us? I don't know. Why didn't they light a Sino?
I haven't played Eve in a while, but isn't that
what? They fucked up.
That's
beyond a fuck up. That's just stupidity.
They fucked up, and it was beautiful for us.
But that's the thing, is that I think that's the kind of situation where you have massive battles. Some dumbass logs off on his Idris, and he didn't realize that he's the only person who was supposed to be there. So this Idris is empty. Around a planet that's defending a mining station that's vital to the fucking, so they could sell that resources so they can make their money for this org. And someone like Tess discovers this, and suddenly they're there. And as Tess is going in there, they freak out and realize that these motherfuckers are coming, and everyone logs onto their ships, and suddenly there's this huge clusterfuck of a battle around this place that happens instantly because some dumbass decided he needed to go jerk off and pass out for a couple hours while he's trying to defend his.
That's the shit that happens.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that happens.
It's supposed to despawn it.
Yeah, but the ship is the only thing that's preventing people from attacking the mining
right out of pause shields.
It's designed as actually like a security guard. It's designed just to stay there so that people are like, oh, that's an Idris.
Oh shit! I think I fucking found this.
I'd rather hide an asset like that and only log it on when it's needed.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, that's the intent of super caps.
I think this was the massacre right here. I just linked it in chat.
Oh, God.
I'm reading through the description right now.
But my point is I think that's when we'll see large battles. Otherwise, it'll be mostly skirmishes. But that's going to take months and months of build-up for people to really piss in other people's Cheerios and people to really there's a couple of organizations out there I know who hate other organizations. Not just we hate you, but fuck you. We're going to take every chance we get to put out bounties on you and kill you. It's going to get serious real quick. But I think most of it's just going to be little skirmishes until there's a huge fuck up, and then suddenly everyone's fighting each other, kind of thing.
As far as I know, our org is still pretty much neutral.
Like Yugoslavia in the 80s.
And I do think we'll see more than 64 players per servers. I think that's going to happen because
in chat that wasn't it. That wasn't it, by the way.
Oh no, they'll eventually get to more than that. I honestly think that their server mesh tech will work and they'll get the 1,000+ players that they are looking for, but it's just going to take time. Time.
Anywho, that's the last question because the last one is just a post for Tacon. He says, "I found your tank." I think he was actually trying to talk to Ducks.
Found my tank. Where's that at? Hang on.
It's in. I put it in chat right there for you guys to see it.
Fucking lazy. All right.
Also, that was the longest piss I've ever taken, and I'm so glad I didn't have a wireless headset with me.
Hey, Paul. How'd that go for you?
I don't know. Can we see some pub showers in chat? That's
It's
what I'm
not
seeing.
tracked though. It's wheeled.
It's wheeled,
So
It's gotta have
So
tracks.
you always have the risk of blowing a tranny.
Blowing the tranny.
exactly.
Anywho, on that illustrious note, we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys all for hanging out here. If you guys are here, make sure you follow all of these folks.
Who are you gonna decide the host?
I'll have to look that up here in a second.
Do someone small.
Yeah,
If you want to start like I did.
that's usually what I do.
Just host Captain Doug's.
There you go.
So yeah, follow everybody here. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please do consider subscribing.
All right.
We do this live. You consider watching this live, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Apparently, it's now 11 p.m. GMT. Thank you, Darj. Because GMT,
fucking time zones, right?
because fucking time zones. Because fuck you, time zones.
And anybody who cares to shit about Eve, I found the battle reports. You can watch that.
There we go.
Right. And for I think for a single, or was it 2 episodes? It was different
Yeah.
because Europe goes to daylight savings time 2 weeks or 3 weeks before
Beforehand.
the US. Yeah, and it's like, and then there's fucking Arizona who doesn't switch to daylight savings, and it's like, why are you doing this?
Fires everywhere. I'm alive.
God damn it, tack on. With that, we're gonna go. I'm gonna end the recording at the very least. Thank you guys for hanging out. Like I say every night, hope to see you guys again soon.
This
But if
was
I
fun.
don't, hope to see you
Yeah, I had a
someday
great time.
in the black. Have a good night, guys.
That's racist.